Memorial Stadium. For the Homers. With Ward Hilliard, I'm Mark Burdick. We welcome you into T-Bank broadcast, S&T Bank, and to our T Homer Center Wildcats. That's very difficult. It goes by.
These injury to say so injury to say so in all these games no Homer has in that.
I have two numbers. Your point of and I went to assistant coach, coach. Those
can do. Can do.
And believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion, Post 493. Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV today.
Our TV pre-kickoff from Conemaugh Township, Coach Brandon Studer. And Brandon, what a different job you have done with this young group of student athletes. A difficult year, you're 5 and heading to the District 5 playoffs. You have please.
Obviously, last 10 every week is really the season got. We got success, helped where we are now. Different attitude going in this year.
Football games that could have gone, could even maybe further ahead of for
you. Weren't able sitting week 10 before to and
pre team that we were last and this could or even son being a good to met players.
We're several under now. Jordan, where we have a getting you know, and they
really appreciate you doing this, and we wish you the best not only tonight against Homer Center, but also in the playoffs next week, likely against Windber. Great job that you're doing here.
Thank you, Mark.
Next week, likely against Windber. Great job that you're doing here.
Thank you, Mark.
And this guy, I remember him as a freshman coming over to the Homer Dome for all of you Wildcat fans and putting up big numbers his freshman year and went onto a career at high school shooting. He used to
Not as much.
right student second program Tom Tom Pre-game or Pregame show Orioles State in Conemaugh right here on the Rendo Football Network.
Their focus is the has a more since one four them four them you'll and get item of
Again, all season long, this being week number 10, the season finale for the Wildcats. Coach, we're recording on Thursday night. Unfortunately, you're serving a one-game suspension after being ejected from last Friday's game. You were unable to join us on the post-game show, although you did express your thoughts on a separate interview for our Saturday morning Coach's Corner program, DAD. For the faithful of Wildcat, every with that, again, maybe walk hard and listen to some to the like penalty taken by the way.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure you'd be the first to admit you make mistakes. You make bad play calls. As broadcasters, we make mistakes, even Ward Hilliard, believe it or not. So life at many levels, I guess, can be full of lessons.
Yeah, let me just say, first and foremost, I know a lot of those guys from that crew. When we get guys from the area, we know most of those guys. I respect them. I do. I understand anybody, so it's nothing like that.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, and I kind of equated it last week when we spoke to a baseball manager sticking up for a player and coming out and ultimately getting tossed. And I think in that instance, I hope the player involved and your team as a whole appreciated the fact that, in my view, you were just sticking up for them, and that really could have resulted in a serious injury.
And it's and that's priority, but it's the location and then on after I got tossed sideline that went seamless. I don't have any doubts with those guys. I feel bad I'm not there with our guys because that's my top priority.
It's all, just to make light of it a little bit, it's always been our goal. Just so you know, just if it gives you any comfort, Ward and I will be, if it gives you any comfort, Ward and I will be standing by if you need any play calls from up above.
Yeah, I'm used to getting the weekly
calls from up above.
Yeah, I'm used to getting the weekly text with play diagrams and things. No, I support and things. No, I support me. What we get one, but yeah, no, looks good.
Well, it's a shame because it was painting games played hard. Let's turn our attention to tonight, Friday night's the Township Indians, young and up and team. That is a good thing.
Yeah, first. And talk last year. They had last year. Guys better this year. Tell, looking at by home, and I'm proud to look around. Really good, a lot of good football players, and I'd love to get down and play.
Coach, this on the coach own. We want to do long that
Family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how S&S Screen Printing can help your business, school, or booster club grow with a full line of apparel and promotional items. Or visit them online and see the full lineup at snsscreenprinting.net. snsscreenprinting.net. Yes, snsscreenprinting.net. S&S Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. At S&S Screen Printing, they do it right here. Month at Luther Ford. Great deals on America's most popular truck, the F-150, and also a great lineup of SUVs. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and online 24/7 at lutherfordhomercity.com. All right, Ward, you have the keys in your hand. As a matter of fact, I can hear them jingle.
Yeah, there they are. Well, you're dropping them too.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Anyway, for Conemaugh Township, they need to have success offensively, moving the ball through the air and on the ground. Just kind of keep it mixed up and confuse Homer's defense. The second thing is they need to avoid turnovers. They've had some problems with those. They've forced a lot, but again, that's always been a key for the Wildcats. They were able to stay in games because teams have turned the ball over. And finally, it's a battle of field position. They need to come out early. The Township Indians do, and establish field position, keep Homer bottled up. Homer's not known for long drives, so that's what they got to do. The Wildcats on the other side have got to have some success running the football. That's every turnover, so that'll help keep them in the ball game.
Keys
Turnovers, so that'll help keep them in the ball game.
Keys to the game from Ward Hilliard, driven by Luther Ford in Homer City. Your next vehicle, Luther Ford in Homer City. Your next vehicle, stop by or give them a call at Luther Ford, Route 119 in Homer City. Or give them a call at Luther Ford, Route 119 in Homer City. We're going to put WA right back to work. When the ITT pregame show continues with the start. Starting line right on the network.
Every other 1 year free grocery sale.
bundle it. Bill. $99.80.
Part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Don't miss the Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Whether you want to furnish one room or your entire home, you'll save big. Right now, buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Plus, get 1 year free financing. The Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Our digital producer in the booth, our digital manager, John Smathers, back at the radio station. The executive producer of Wildcat Sports on the radio is Michael Burdig, and tonight is Board Op Appreciation Night. John's probably wondering to my right, when is digital manager appreciation night and pizza and wings and all that good stuff. But we do appreciate the work of the 4 board ops back in Indiana each and every Friday. They do an outstanding job for us, and we're blessed to have Michael all the way back to, what was that year, Michael? 2002 or 3, along those lines. And he's does a great job, as you know, Ward.
Oh, yeah, very much so. And I do appreciate those guys, not only football, but in basketball season, too. They keep us on the straight and narrow.
Starting lineups brought to you by the region's premier technology center, Indiana County Technology Center, providing the necessary tools to jumpstart your future. You can visit their website at ictc.edu. That's ictc.edu. Well, the starting 11 for both teams, Ward.
Well, for Conemaugh Township, the wide out on the left, DJ Bambino, a junior, 5'9", 150. Left tackle, Jacob Black. He's a senior, 6'1", 320. The left guard is Landon Huffman. He's a freshman, 5'10", 175. Center's Gabriel Valentine, freshman, 6 foot 210. Left guard, Josh Baker. He's a junior, 6'1", 250. The right tackle, Jacob Bartis. He's a junior, 6'1", 230. And Cam Dunn will be the wide out on the right. He's a senior at 5'10", 160. In the backfield, Grayson Studer is the quarterback, freshman, 5'11", 165. The fullback will be Liam Richardson, a junior, 5'11", 190. And Brendan Lohr, a junior at 5'8", 150 will be the tailback. And they also have a slot back, Dawson Statler. He's a junior, 6 foot 170. For the Wildcats, Deegan Fedoric will be the tight end, a sophomore, 6'3", 176. Left tackle, Eli Butterly, a senior, 5'11", 238. Josh Valuchek, the left guard, he's a senior, 5'9", 194. The center is Zach Wilson, a junior or a senior, 5'9", 244. Right guard Zeke Butterly. Thank you, Mark. We lost our lights here. Senior, 5'9", 173. Right tackle Gabe Rufner, junior, 6'3", 231. And the right end will be Drew Fisher, junior at 6'1", 156. In the backfield, Carson Arone again, the quarterback, sophomore, 5'11", 150. Sean Valuchik will be the tailback, running back there, 5'9", 153-pound senior. And Gabe Colbaugh is going to be in that backfield. He is a freshman, 5'9", 152, joined also by Brady Frazier, the sophomore, at 6'1", 172. Mark?
Starting lineups brought to you by Indiana County Technology Center, the region's premier technology center. That's the ITT pregame show. Stay with us for the start of tonight's game. Coming up next, the Conemaugh Township Indians, playoff bound in District 5. The Homer Center Wildcats closing out the 2024 season here tonight. Acting head coach is Tony Arone. The opening kickoff right around the corner on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well-stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Go!
Let's go!
Coral Sportsman's Club for their outstanding sponsorship, are presenting sponsorship over 1,200 members strong and growing. We ask that you consider joining the club voted the best in Indiana County in the Best of Indiana County contest. Opening kickoff going to be brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center, with 2 locations teaching children to shine since 1991. Also donating $1 for every point scored by each of our 8 teams across the Indiana County Radio Network every Friday night, and so far through the first 9 weeks of the regular season, Grand Beginnings is donating $1,559 to the 46th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Brenda Media says thank you, Grand Beginnings Children's Center, for helping us to help the kids as part of our Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Ward, you called it. Homer Center won the toss and deferred.
We'll see how that works. Their defense, again, they need to come out aggressive.
Brady Frazier, the outstanding sophomore kicker, has it teed up. Line drive kick, hits at the 22, rolls near sideline, near the hash, is picked up at the 13. And with the football running into the loose, it might not work out too well, Ward. It's Brennan Lohr down the left sideline as he crossed the field, and he's flung out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So 37, 47, 57. Let's see where they put it down. Going to be right at the 25-yard line, I think.
Yeah, he ran right to left across the field and just had a lane open up, Mark. It looked like the Red Sea parting there, and he was untouched until the last man down there, the safety, which was Frazier, who managed to corral him and get him out of bounds. So once again, Homer's defense backs to the wall. They're going to have to come up big time here.
Conemaugh Township's offense averaging 18.6 points per game, 99 yards rushing, 72 passing, 171 overall. Not big numbers, but they've been pretty good on the other side of the field. They send a man in motion, that's Cam Dunn, and they give up the middle. And good running room for the Indians, and with the football, 15 it looked like.
I'm trying to
Cohen
pick that
Stahl.
up. His numbers are black numbers on red jerseys, and you'd think that wouldn't be too difficult to read, but believe me, it is.
Yes, it is. But a gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Homer lost, as you said, linebacker Cody Bell, who was having a great season at that inside spot. So they got a freshman in there, Mr. Colbaugh, who's doing pretty good. Let's hope he can make the plays now.
Straight eye formation, and quarterback Grayson Studer hands the football off, and that is Cohen Stahl again. Wasn't given to me as a starter. Number 15, a junior 5'10", 145-pounder, gains 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 just outside the Wildcat 16-yard line on the tackle. Sean Voluchik second on the team with 54 tackles.
Good penetration by Voluchik that time. In order to stop this run game, that's what the Cats are going to need to do on this play.
Now they come out with a full house backfield out of the shotgun, and they hand it off, and Brennan Lohr with the carry that time for a first down. On the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats was Jackson Taylor, but the Indians are at the Wildcat 12-yard line. This beleaguered Wildcat defense averaging 34.4 points a game to their opponents, 262 yards rushing, 85 passing, 347 overall. From the shotgun and handing it off, and with the football for the Conemaugh Township Indians is Dawson Statler. And Statler forced out of bounds, and they keep him in bounds, but again a positive gain down to the 5-yard line.
That's the significant part of the defense is to win first down. So far the Township Indians are doing just that. 5 yards at a clip, it's going to be hard to stop.
Gabriel Valentine, freshman center, out over the football. They had an undefeated junior high team. Sidecars left and right, and Studer hands it off to Brennan Lohr. Big hole up the middle, fighting for the goal line. And the Wildcats trying to keep them out, and they did at about the half-yard line. But they'll be that close to a touchdown, and it's first down, 2 for the Indians. You know, Ward, I was very disappointed. We learned walking in the gate. It's a tradition here in the pregame. The horse with the Indian, they put the flaming stake into the ground at midfield. We saw it at the Appalachian Bowl several years ago.
Yeah.
And the horse couldn't make it tonight.
Well,
he had another commitment.
It's Halloween. He may have dressed up.
Grayson Studer bobbles the snap, keeps it dragged down for a loss nicely by Homer Center senior Zach Wilson, who will be playing his final varsity football game. The 5'9", 244-pound two-way player, going to be a loss of 3 yards back to the 4-yard line.
Nice play by Will. That play was blown up by Conemaugh Township. The runners went to the left, and Studer was looking to go to the right, and there was nobody home, so he had to eat that one.
I complimented Brandon Studer, the head coach. I said, wow, your defense has forced 21 turnovers, 12 interceptions. He said, yeah, unfortunately, we've given it away just as much, 19 of them. Tripped up in his own backfield by Homer Center's Gabe, or check that. That was 64. 54. Okay, it was Jackson Taylor, 54, not 64.
Good penetration and good shoestring tackle.
We look at our Dowds of Plumville replay courtesy of John Smathers. Yep, 54. Good tackle. So the Indians had first and goal inside the 1, and it's now third and goal at the Wildcat 4. Grayson Studer, 33 of 82. For 558 yards. He's from the shotgun with the sidecar to his right, takes the shotgun snap, throws, and it's too low and incomplete, intended for DJ Bambino, the 5'9", 150-pound junior, and now it's going to be fourth down and goal. The Wildcat defense doing an outstanding job. 7:34 left here in this scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, and some good pressure there on Studer, forcing him to unload, and he just threw the pass too low. I thought they might try a field goal here, Mark, but they're going to go for it.
They do have a kicker, Jackson Satoski, who's 3 of 4 from field goal range, but they are going to go for it. Excuse me. Running back in the backfield is Stahl, and Studer throwing on the run deep in the end zone, caught for a touchdown by Brennan Lohr. Deep in the left corner of the end zone, he just floated it over a Wildcat defensive back, Riley Cobaugh, and it's 6-0 as they convert on fourth down. Nice touch on that pass from the freshman, Grayson Studer.
Yeah, Riley just mistimed his jump. We had a pretty good angle on that. He was there in coverage. He had the front of the receiver covered and just mistimed his jump.
The holder is Caden Valentine, and the kicker is Jackson Satoski. 6 of 6 in the PAT department as he split duties this year, and that one is good. Conemaugh Township draws first blood. 7:27 left in the first quarter. It's 7-0. Indians over the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Luxembourg's Jewelers in Indiana reminds you that if you're in need of gifts for your special someone, stop in and choose from a huge selection of diamonds, pendants, rings, and more. How about a watch from Bulova, G-Shock, or Harley-Davidson? Luxembourg's Jewelers can also customize plaques and trophies for any occasion. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts for any occasion. At the Indiana Mall or downtown, Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
MarionCenterBank.com.
Back with you in our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Satoski has it teed up, 7-0 Indians. Squib kick, and who's going to pick it up on a big hop at the 5-yard line? Riley Conemaugh to the 10, left sideline, 15, and he's going to be spun out of bounds by the Conemaugh Township Indians. Good kick coverage downfield. Colton Shipley, a sophomore, leading the way, so the Wildcats will start their first possession at about the 19-yard line, it appears, with 7:22 left here in this first quarter.
Kicks along the ground. It blows the timing of the return up, and that's what happened there. Riley, generally pretty good, just had really nowhere to go, just tried to get what he could. So let's see what the Wildcat offense can do.
25-yard drive. Jerry Rossai keeping stats remotely. Not sure how many plays on that drive. About 6, I think.
Yeah, that's close.
Handoff, and with the football for the Homer Center Wildcats, and from one side of the 20 to the other, it is Voluchik on the carry.
They got to get some holes for Voluchik. He is a decent runner, got decent speed in the open field. They just got to get him into that secondary, and that just hasn't been happening much.
Indians were 2 for 2 on 3rd down, and a big 4th down conversion. 9 total plays on that drive. 2nd down and 8. Sophomore quarterback Carson Arone takes the direct snap, going to keep it all the way, and good defense. They've been very difficult to run on against most opponents, and I would think this matchup is favorable for the Indians defense here tonight, and Arone limited to about a yard. Let's see where we're going to put it down at about the 23-yard line. Conemaugh Township's defense allowing 19.1 points per game, 155 yards rushing, 115 passing. They have been vulnerable. Oh, there's a mark-off on Homer Center.
Procedure on the Wildcats.
There have been teams that have beaten them through the air pretty good, although the average only 115 yards per game. 270 yards allowed per game. Again, they've forced 21 turnovers, 12 interceptions. Arone from the shotgun on 2nd and 13, floats a pass out in the flat, nowhere near the intended receiver, Riley Conemaugh, so it'll be 3rd down and 13 to go. The Wildcats with football at their own 16-yard line.
Carson kind of rushed himself that time, got the ball a little too high for Conemaugh.
Receiver near side, Tavius Skillings, a junior. A slot receiver up top, and Arone the shotgun snap. Pressure up the middle, rolls to his right, dumps it off, and it's incomplete. The closest player to it was Josh Voluchik, but he's a lineman. His brother, Sean Voluchik, would have been legal. So the Wildcats, an ugly first series, they'll go 3 and out.
Yeah, it was this terrible execution there. I don't know where the receiver went. Carson got chased out of the backfield a little bit and did a nice job of dumping. Unfortunately, there was no one to dump to.
37.5-yard average for the punter, Brady Fraser, who stands at his own 2-yard line, and the snap is low. He gets it partially blocked, and it's going to roll over the 30. Favorable roll for Homer Center on this grass surface all the way out to the 43-yard line. and that's where Conemaugh Township will take over. So partial block punt there, Ward, with 6:08 remaining in the first quarter. Conemaugh Township will start a second straight drive in Homer Center territory.
Not the start Homer wanted, that's for certain. And they're really going to have to make a stop here. If they get behind by 2 scores, it's going to make it extremely difficult. Homer's constantly chasing the team that they're playing, and they just can't afford to be doing that.
27-yard punt with no return. They're going to AstroTurf, put artificial surface on this field. They're hoping by next year. Toss right, Studer into the hands of Brennan Lohr, and Lohr tackled nicely by the Homer Center Wildcats on that tackle. Was that Eli Butterly on the stop?
Yeah,
or 77, Zach Wilson. I'm not. Let's see. Do we have a replay, John?
I believe that was Butterly. Yeah.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Some big games we'll be trying to follow tonight that are going to impact the standings in District 6 for the playoffs next week. Studer to pass, loads up from midfield, throws a streak pattern down the left sideline and off of the hands of the intended receiver. Let's see Ward get the old glasses out for the first time.
These are binoculars, folks. These aren't regular eyeglasses.
That intended receiver was Cam Dunn.
And it was there. It just bounced off his shoulder pads, and a break for the Wildcats.
Good look if you're watching on Renda Digital TV from John. And it's 3rd down and 10 from the Wildcat 43-yard line. Twins left and right. They have a protector in there. Liam Richardson bobbling the snap. Studer now he's going to throw deep down the seam. Post pattern caught by DJ Bambino inside the 10-yard line. And going to be tackled down around the 5 or 6 yard line. Outstanding execution from the freshman quarterback, Grayson Studer. Boy, he threw that well, didn't he, Ward? And Bambino got behind Gabe Kobop. And
40 yards, I think.
First and goal from the 43 to the 6 yard line. 37-yard pass play.
And this has been the bugaboo. This is Homer D. They held for 2 downs, and then they give up one.
Shotgun snap. Studer rolls to his right, looking, pressure coming, and they knock him out of bounds on the near sideline. Nice job defensively by the Homer Center Wildcats, Eli Butterly.
Velucik initially hit him, but couldn't bring him down, and Butterly came in and cleaned it up.
So clock stop, 4:49 left here in the first quarter. Indians leading 7-0, and a holding penalty. Didn't even see the flag.
I didn't either.
You know, Ward, we did a little research, and in Greg Page's tenure, of course, the Wildcat defense has been so bad the past couple of years. I mean, good effort and everything, but the fact is they entered tonight's game allowing 34.3 points a game. Last year, 35.4. Really, the benchmark, when you look at all the years, we'll get back to it, 15 points or under, you're going to win some championships, and that's what Homer Center has done. Bobbling that handoff and jumping on it was Brennan Lohr, and going to lose yardage back to the 18-yard line.
Break for the Wildcats there. They need all the help they can get. This is really a big series, though. As I said earlier, Homer not the type of team that can sustain comebacks. They can make an effort at it, but they don't seem to be able to sustain it. So we're looking at 2nd and 19 right now.
This is and goal. 2nd down and goal from the 19-yard line. So a loss of 3. Play action pass. Dumping it off into the flat for the Indians, Studer, and with that pass reception, it was Dawson Statler. So they pick up a decent chunk of that yardage down to around the 11-yard line, a gain of 8, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the Wildcat 11.
He slipped out there pretty much wide open. Sean Velucik was able to come up and spin him around into the pursuit, and the Wildcats got him down. But still, they pick up 8 on that. That makes it a little bit easier. The middle's this area that's going to be exposed here. Studer seems comfortable throwing the ball over the middle.
Bambino, tight end left, Twins to the right, and Studer to pass. Studer dancing around in the pocket, throws for the end zone and overshoots his intended receiver, Dylan Hovanek. On the coverage, good job by Carson Arone. Now out trots the field goal unit.
Yeah, that was good coverage. It had everybody pretty much smothered there, and Studer just overthrew it.
Long snapper is Liam Richardson. Jackson Satoski, 3 of 4. 36 is his longest. This will come from the 19-yard line, left to right, a 29-yard attempt. Snap is good, put down, and the kick is up. Has the distance, but it's no good. Missed it. So the Wildcats will take over. We should have a media timeout with 3:15 left here in the first quarter. It's Conemaugh Township 7 and the Homer Center Wildcats nothing on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Luxembourg's Jewelers in Indiana reminds you that if you're in need of gifts for your special someone, stop in and choose from a huge selection of diamonds, pendants, rings, and more. How about a watch from Bulova, G-Shock, or Harley-Davidson? Luxembourg's
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call. Chuck in a truck.
With you, Carson Aronas. We did not get the full media timeout. Was slammed to the turf. He was going to be tackled for a loss and going to be a personal foul for roughing the quarterback. So that'll be a 15-yard mark off. 3:15 was the start of this drive for Homer Center at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Township ran a blitz right up the middle, and that just jammed up the play, and they did a nice job of grabbing Carson, but then slammed him to the ground right in front of the official. That had to be called. Break for the Wildcats, so they need, again, to get their offense together now if they want to make a game of this.
Carson Arone has a man in motion, Riley Cobaugh. He takes the jet sweep handoff. He's to the 35, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds by Dylan Hovanek. And good hard tackle by Hovanek as Riley is helped up, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup.
Got some nice help out in the secondary there with a block, just unable to get it upfield, get beyond that one defender out there.
Officially a gain of 3 from the 35 to the 38-yard line. Word in 2017 when the Wildcats won the district championship, they allowed 223 points in 15 games. They went to the state title game. They allowed 14.9 points a game. Pressure up the middle. Arone throws it away. It was well covered out in the flat as Sean Voluchik was blanketed by Statler.
Pretty heavy blitz that time, was there not? At least 3 additional rushers coming in. So
2013, the Wildcats were 12-2. They allowed 15 points per game. Really, if you're under 20, you can see the correlation.
Yeah,
2021, they were 8-4 and allowed 17.9 points a game. You're not going to win many games when you're allowing 35 points a game.
Yeah, and part of that is that their offense was moving the ball and scoring points as well. So
there's definitely a connection there as well. Good point. 3rd down and 7 for Homer Center. Wide side of the field toward the Wildcat bench. Throwing over the middle. Intercepted by Jackson Satoski. Or not Satoski. That is 18. Reed Kahn with the interception. Their 13th of the season. And I think that's Kahn's first of the year. And for Carson Arone, unfortunately, it is his 11th pick.
Yeah, he really had nowhere to go. They dropped back 7 in coverage and did a nice job of just blanketing that secondary. That ball didn't have much chance, Mark.
So they are at the Wildcat 20-yard line. 2:38 remaining here.
This whole quarter has been played in Homer Center territory.
Then the give to Brennan Lohr, breaks into the secondary, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown on the first play from 20 yards out. And that's another story for Homer Center. That is the 27th touchdown they've allowed this season from 20 yards or more. That one right at 20.
Yeah, a little reverse action there in the backfield. Not much, but enough to get him to the corner. Lohr is a good running back. Untouched.
Brennan Lohr's 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Satoski to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Caden Ballantyne, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:31 left here in the first quarter. All Conemaugh Township. It's 14-0 Indians over the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
Back with you in our S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking as Jackson Satoski's kickoff went into the end zone for a touchback, so the Wildcats will start down by 14 points at their own 20-yard line. That touchdown drive, short-lived. Ward, one play, 20 yards. It took 7 seconds.
Yeah, Coach Page would not have been happy with that contain over there. There wasn't any. And they just need to shore that up, because Conemaugh Township definitely is going to come back with something like that.
Back to the Wildcat defense, I think if you're Coach Page and you're basically rebuilding this program for a second time, that's where it has to start.
Yeah,
they have to get better.
It's definitely a challenge. But you got to get your most aggressive kids over there.
Out-of-town scoreboard after 1, Cambria Heights 7, Penns Manor nothing. After 1, Marion Center United Valley scoreless. Big game there in the District 2A standings. Carson Arone, read option, dragged down with authority by the Conemaugh Township Indians. Jack Doherty, a sophomore, 6'1", 315-pounder. This Indians defense, they start 2 seniors, 9 juniors, and 1 freshman.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of blitzing, and there's just no holes.
Loss of 2. Beluchik in the backfield. If you tuned in late, the Wildcats, 15 different players have been injured this year. 70 man games lost. 70. Give to Beluchik. Oh, he almost broke that for big yardage, but they closed it down defensively. On that tackle was Jacob Bartis, Jr., 6'2", 230-pound strong side tackle. I think if he gets by Bartis, he might still be running.
Yeah, the linebacker was not anywhere to be found over there, but he didn't get that far, unfortunately.
Want to give a tip of the football helmet to Homer Center alum Eric Faust. His dad, Rick Faust, former longtime coach of Homer Center. Shippensburg High School 9-0 entering the weekend. Eric's been at it for quite a few years now. Here's Arone going to throw deep. It's Deegan Fedoruk, and he hauls it in for a first down at the 39-yard line. Good job by Carson Arone, because he was being harassed again On the coverage, Dylan Havanek and also Cam Dunn. But the Wildcats move the chains, or do they? Is there a flag down?
A procedure penalty, which, again, we didn't see.
I'm not seeing these flags. We have a little bit of a glare in the press box, but illegal procedure on the Wildcats, so it wipes away that first down.
Backbreaker right there. Nice job by Carson. He was backing up and still got enough on that pass. Fedoruk, nice job of pulling it in, all for naught.
Think about that word, 70 man games lost.
Per game. This has been an extremely bizarre year. Just the lopsidedness of the scores and the injuries. And
that's basically 8 players a game when you think about it.
That's true.
3rd down and 16. Motion man Drew Fisher. Carson looking. Pretty good protection this time. Rolls out. Buys himself more time. Now reverses. Gives ground back near the end zone. And he fumbles the football. And coming up with it is the Conemaugh Township Indians' Dawson Statler. I'm not sure what Carson was doing there, Ward. And we'll see if we get a replay.
I thought he was trying to pitch the ball when he was making his second cut.
Here's the Dowds of Plumville replay. Carson, pretty good protection initially, rolled to his right. As we look at it on the replay monitor, then reverse footing, came back toward the center of the field, and really forcing it was Jacob Bartis.
Just grabbed his arm. The ball was being held by one hand there and just pulled it away.
So this is going from bad to worse.
Yeah, Homer has not been out of their side of the 50 this entire period. 38 seconds left in it yet.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line. And the give up the middle, lowering the shoulder, Luke Weber, the senior, getting some time, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And it is 20-0 Conemaugh Township with 33 seconds to play. You can't keep playing with a short field and get away with it, and the Wildcats are not getting away with anything. 33 ticks on the first quarter clock. It's 20-0 Indians running wild.
And they just have Homer all bottled up back there. And the Wildcats have no answer. They're starting to get a little panicky almost. They had a couple of breaks, but again, penalties. This was a missed extra point here.
Yep, and the snap was low and the knee down for Caden Valentine, so the kick attempt doesn't even get off the ground. But Conemaugh Township's off the ground and running. They lead the Wildcats 20-0 with 33 seconds left in the first quarter right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
See at Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville's Urgicare, they fast-track you and get you quick access to their team of medical experts. Highly trained and ready to treat all minor injuries and illnesses, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge offers the full spectrum of Urgicare 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Enough with the waiting game. You can count on IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you can get in, get out, get better. A part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. The Wildcats could have used better health all season long, Ward, but not
they
the
sure
case.
Could have, but these are self-inflicted mistakes. Although we didn't see anything on the procedure penalty there, that might have helped the situation. Well, it would have helped the situation if they could have made that play complete.
Satoski has it teed up. Field in excellent shape here. As I mentioned, the plans are to turf it. We'll talk about that field house they built here. Got the tour of that with athletic director Jared Feathers. Riley Cobaugh takes it at the 7-yard line to the 20. Little jump cut move up to about the 23-yard line with 26 seconds left in the quarter. The Wildcats will take over at their own 23. In the end zone, 2-story, or is it 3 stories? I think it's 3 stories, right? The field house that they built.
Yeah, there
the
is.
weight room ward.
It's spectacular.
They said they could have 65 to 70 kids working out at once. It's massive. More weights and cardiovascular, treadmills.
Machines, yeah.
All kind of machines.
Machines in there.
I mean, it's like a
hand weights.
You don't see gyms where you pay for memberships like that.
That was pretty impressive, I have to admit. They got some money in those things.
Well over $1 million, we were told. The upstairs room, like a little banquet center, and also the wrestling room. The Conemaugh Township Indians, they have video every Sunday up in that room. Video review, and they said that way they're ready to go on Monday. Now there's a timeout. Delay of game on Homer Center. Ward, it's hard to get a delay of game before the possession starts, but the Wildcats just did it.
This has been a nightmare. I don't know how else you could put it. I'm sure the coaching staff's just over there saying, what is going on? It's like Halloween, maybe. That's it.
Michael has not given us the Halloween music so far. Probably just enjoying too much of the food. Out in the flat, and Carson Arone throws it over the head of Drew Fisher by about 10 yards.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Just a general observation, Mark. It just seems like Conemaugh Township's a step quicker right now. Homer's kind of laying back or not moving as quickly as I think they could have. And now with the huge deficit, it's going to be difficult.
Twin receivers to the right. Riley Cobaugh, one of the Wildcats, has had a good season, kind of a breakout season as a receiver with 18 receptions for 387 yards and 5 touchdowns, 2 last week. Carson Arone going to hand it off to Sean Beluchik, and Beluchik is pushed back and will lose yardage. On the tackle, Steven Stango and also Dawson Statler.
Yeah, there's just not any snap to this, the offense. They're not hitting their blocks well. They're not breaking tackles. It's just a collapse.
That is the end of the first quarter, and a great one for the Conemaugh Township Indians. Thanks to friends of Jim Struzzi for sponsoring the first quarter. All Indians. There we go. Michael's getting in the spirit of things, Ward. As we approach Halloween, I had candy for you, but I didn't recognize you when you came to my door today. It's 20-0, Conemaugh Township over the Homer Center Wildcats after one on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring an air-conditioned banquet room that comfortably seats 200, a beverage bar, a stage, refurbished hardwood dance floor, and a new kitchen that is caterer-friendly. The event hall has added a new outdoor stage, too, that's perfect for weddings, anniversary parties, or any special occasion. The Twin Cities Event Hall is now accepting bookings into 2025. Find them on Facebook or call 724-541-3683.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person, on
Wildcats to start the second quarter. Carson Arone staring at the scoreboard in the far end zone. Must look like it's 5 miles away, but it's 20-0 Indians. And it's 3rd and 15 for the Wildcats. And Arone, good protection, fires and almost intercepted on a deflection intended for tight end Deegan Fedoric. And on the deflection, almost intercepted by inside linebacker Luke Weber.
Yeah, that play was destined for about a 3-yard pickup, which is significantly short of the line to gain, or yard to gain, so they're going to need to punt it away, the Wildcats are.
Brady Frazier stands inside his own 5-yard line. Back deep for the Indians, it should be Cam Dunn.
That quarter was just a disaster.
Snap is good. Frazier kind of shanks it very high, very short, and it's going to be touchdown at the 34-yard line. So a 16-yard net punt. Brady Fraser has been one of the better players for Homer Center this year in the kicking game, and that was not a good effort. Even that is part of the game is going south.
Yeah, it's like we never got off the bus, and they're going to have to start strapping it on here. Another short field for the Indians.
They are at the Wildcat 34-yard line, 11:45 left here in the first quarter. They have started at the Wildcat 25-yard line, at the Wildcat 43-yard line, at the Wildcat 20-yard line, at the Wildcat 1-yard line after a fumble, and this time at the 34. So all 5 possessions in Wildcat territory. And throwing deep down the right sideline, diving attempt through the outstretched arms of the intended receiver. Let's see who that is, Ward. Get the old binoculars out, and that was Dylan Havonic.
He was open. He had about 3 or 4 steps on the Homer corner.
Hey, received a nice note from then coming up at halftime on our SCG Hobby halftime show. We will have our final Wildcat flashback as we interview Ron Coleman talking about that great 1974 team, although this is more about even the future. I think you'll be interested in his comments on the future of Homer Center football and what he thinks. Studer to pass, this time left sideline, and out there, and it is dropped or deflected away. Cam Dunn, the intended receiver, and Drew Fisher, I think that was on the coverage.
Yeah, it was Fisher on there. He was open.
Here's a good look with our sideline cameraman, Chris Yonner. Maybe Drew got a fingers on that ball, but Cam Dunn couldn't haul it in.
Homer blitzed that time. Did not get to Studer, though.
So it'll be third down. I'm trying to get to that comment from one of the members of that team, Joe Supko, who sent us a nice note. We will get to it when we get a moment. Third down and 10. Studer, backside pressure coming, and he's going to escape it. Good wills, 30. Tackled at about the 27-yard line. It'll be short of the first down. But he had backside pressure coming from Brady Fraser on a blitz. And it'll set up fourth down and about 3 to go.
Yeah, he did a nice job of escaping that. Homer's trying to shake him up a little with these blitzes, slow down this offense.
Talked to Coach Coleman for the final time, the head coach of that 74 team. Asked him why he quit coaching at such a relatively young age. If he sees issues with the smaller schools now, including Homer Center, I think everybody, if you're listening or watching, you'll enjoy that interview. Stepping up in the pocket, firing, and it's caught but short of the first down. Good job defensively by Homer Center, tackling Statler in his tracks. Actually, it's going to be close to the first down, but I don't think the Wildcats...
I think he had to cross that yard marker there. Drew Fisher, nice job of bringing him down right
that
on.
That was Voluchik, actually.
Oh, that was Voluchik. I thought it was number 9.
Sean Voluchik made the tackle as we look at it on our Dowds of Plumville replay. And it is Wildcat ball with 10:37 left here in the first half.
First order of business, get across midfield. Let's get something positive out of this gain, out of this possession.
So one of the great players from 74, Joe Supko, says he's looking forward to the final 74 flashback tonight. We'll get back to Joe's comments after this play as Carson Arone has pressure coming, steps up, going to run into a lot of red jerseys who sack him. Well, it might be back at the line of scrimmage, so maybe officially not a sack, but just no running room at all.
It's not just one guy either. They're getting pressure from 2 and 3 people back. There's just nowhere for him to go.
Brady Fraser, receiver to the left in the slot. It's Riley Cobalt toward the Wildcat sideline. Deegan Fedoruk, tight end, who's had a good year, and they throw it for Deegan. He has great hands. I like Deegan Fedoruk for the future of the Wildcats. He's tackled by Liam Richardson. Short gain up to the 28-yard line. Joe went on to say, on behalf of the entire 74 team, we greatly thank Renda, Mavericks, and you for the 74 flashback with Coach Ron. He's a coach. He's a great person, not just a coach that impacted many of us on the success that we have had in life. He was the main reason many traveled from far distances for the October 4th celebration. Third down and throwing out in the flat. Conemaugh, he's going to pick up a first down, 30-35. Makes a quick move at the 40. Still on his feet, 45-50. Down the left sideline, 40, 35-30. He's going to take it to the house. Riley Conemaugh, 6th touchdown reception on the catch and run, and he did the heavy lifting on that touchdown pass, covering 72 yards. Well done, Riley Conemaugh. And it's 20-6.
Amen to that. He did a great job. First of all, making the catch, had some room. That was the important thing. He had some room, and he got down, and Conemaugh in the open field is a difficult match. And he proved it there, broke a couple tackles, and boy, once he got clear, they weren't going to catch him. Great job. Big lead by the Homer offense.
Yeah, his kid's going to be a really good receiver next year. He already is, and he told Coach Page, hey, I can play offense too at Penn's Manor, as Brady Fraser's extra point is good with 9:10 to play in the first half. Wildcats show some life thanks to number 30. He did that all on his own. Sensational job by Riley Conemaugh, and it's 20-7 on the IRMC Run to Media Football Network.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the ground.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Half 3 plays, 75 yards, took a minute 27 for Homer Center.
Let's see if that spurs them on here a little bit.
Fraser's line drive kick, going to squib by. Defenders roll inside the 5 and inside the end zone, so that worked out for Brady. And it will be 1st and 10 Township at the 20 with no time off the clock.
Homer's defense doing a little more blitzing, and I think that's really helped them. It's forced Township out of some of the things that they want to do.
Out-of-town scoreboards, end of 1, Purchase Line 21, Conemaugh Valley nothing. River Valley end of 1, leading West Shamokin. They're going to go winless, 28-0 after 1 quarter.
Ooh.
6-6, end of 1 ward. Northern Cambrian Portage.
Ooh.
Cambria Heights 7, Penn's Manor nothing after 1, and we had reported Marion Center United Valley scoreless after 1. And they give up the middle, and let's see who has that football. It's Brennan Lohr, who had that touchdown run of 20 yards. Gain of 2 to the 20-yard line.
I think Wilson got him there. I'm not sure.
Brennan Lohr entered the game, 572 yards rushing, 143 carries, a 4-yard average. 4 touchdowns entering the game, and he has one here tonight to make it 5. He had a 57-yard kickoff return to get the Indians off and running, so the horse wasn't here, but Brennan did it the best impersonation, didn't he? It's toss right, and running with the football's Cam Dunn, trying to get to the edge, and he does. 30, 35, 40, 45, spun down near midfield. The Wildcats give up another shot play, and there is a flag on the play, so this is going to come back. On that tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats was Josh Faluchik and Gabe Ruffner way downfield. But it doesn't matter. As we get a look at the replay, courtesy of Dowds of Plumville, just a simple toss, Ward, and Not sure if there was a
missed tackle there, if nothing else, but there was a hold back where that tackle didn't occur.
Good hustle by the Volucic twins on that play.
They had it defended, they just missed the tackle, and that's the things that have been bothering this defense all year long. Sweeps.
Set it back to the 18-yard line, so from the spot of the foul, they mark it back, so it technically goes as a 8-yard gain for Dunn. Studer, shotgun snap, throws over the middle, wide open is a receiver, Cam Dunn, and Drew Fisher flings him down as he gets over the 30 to the 32 or 33-yard line, but good enough to move the chains with 7:54 left in the first half, and the Indians leading 20-7.
It's the deep out. Did a nice job of getting open. Studer put the ball on the money.
As we look across the way, this is a big stadium, and it's going to get even nicer with the addition of they hope to get turf for next year, but not a bad following for Homer Center. Frankly, I'm a little bit surprised given the distance and the state of affairs, if you will.
It is the last game, and I think you want to at least come and see a team.
Cam Dunn hands it off to the deep back, and Lohr has a seam, left sideline, 50, 40, diving attempt, sidesteps through it, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, another long play given up by Homer Center. This one, 67 yards for Cam Dunn, or was that Lohr? Lohr, Brennan Lohr on that carry, and it's 26-7 as the Wildcats continue to get victimized by poor tackling and being out of position, Ward, and that's the result.
That's a sweep, and that's a simple play. You got to defend. You got to have people over there that can make a play. Homer's just missing tackles, Mark. What else to say? And they're not getting rid of blocks. Those are two basic tenets of good defense.
Satoski to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Caden Valentine. Good snap, and the total operation looks good, and it is good as Satoski drills it, and with 7:15 to play in the first half, Conemaugh Township 27 and the Homer Center Wildcats 7 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Save up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
$27-7. Minute 55 on that drive as Satoski's kick goes into the end zone. So the Wildcats will start with 7:15 to play here in what has been a disastrous first half to a disastrous season.
Satoski, another example of an excellent kicker. This conference, I can't remember any year where there's been that many good kickers, but just seems like every team has one, and including the Wildcats. He just kicked that one on a couple bounces into the end zone.
Conemaugh Township is a co-op program with Shade, therefore they're AA, but they only have one player, on the varsity roster from Shade. A few more on the junior high team, which is very good again. So the future bright for the Indians. They have an outstanding 8th grade quarterback, and they have a pretty good freshman quarterback, don't they? Here comes Riley Koboff from the right to left as he took that handoff, and they're going to throw him down after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Defensively, and on that play,
Riley, nice job getting to the edge and turning upfield. He's a tough kid to bring down. He's not that big.
I think it was Bardis on the tackle and Baker maybe.
Good speed and good moves.
2nd down and 5 at the 25 for the Wildcats. Voluchik in the backfield to the left of Carson Arone, who takes the shotgun snap. Throws it out to Riley. Riley makes the catch, makes the move, and has a first down. The kid has great football instincts, Ward, and those are plays, good players make look pretty easy. And Riley made something out of, extra yardage after the catch.
Yards after catch, they call that.
Yak.
And it was a simple out pattern, and he hauled in and then broke a tackle, got downfield, got a first down. So Homer's looking a little better offensively.
Drew Fisher, receiver to the right, read option, and they hand it off to Voluchik, and good defense by the Conemaugh Township Indians is making that tackle. Defensively was Caden Valentine. Valentine has one of 13 interceptions this season, or 12 interceptions. I guess that one was wiped out earlier tonight.
Voluchik, if they could just pop him into the secondary, he's fast enough that he could make a big gain, and now we get a timeout by
Timeout, yeah, they were having trouble getting personnel in and off the field. So 6:07 left in the first half. Conemaugh Township 27, Homer Center 7 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create. And I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
You by friends of Joe Pittman. Arone throws left sideline through the hands of Javius Skillings. The intended receiver, well thrown ball by Carson, but not handled by Skillings. Clock stopped, 6:03 left in the first half. 27-7 Indians out of town scoreboard after a scoreless first. Marion Center at the half now leading United Valley 21-0, a game that is huge in the District 6 AA standings. Not sure if Jerry will be able to get us a McCourt score, because that game will decide pretty much everything that happens as the final standings go. We could figure it out if we knew that outcome. Pass to Cobaugh, and a flag flies, and Cobaugh goes down, going to lose yardage back to about the 35-yard line.
Block in the back, I believe.
Brandon Studer, Ward, the second-year head coach, and there's also an injury, and that's Riley Cobaugh, and the Wildcats don't need that.
No, they don't.
As a freshman guard on the 1990-2000 team, and he played for Conemaugh Valley, not Township, Brandon scored 26 points at the Homerdome. Chances are we were there doing that game. George Solkowski was the coach. It was a 72-65 victory on Valentine's Day. I know, where else would you spend your Valentine's Day other than the Homerdome? Studer was just getting started on what was a record-setting career at Valley. On the gridiron, he passed as a quarterback 2,682 yards from 2000 to 2002. And on the basketball court, he scored 2,540 points, second most in Cambria County. He was also a 1,000-point scorer at W&J College. He coached Conemaugh Valley's boys basketball team from 2013 to 19. He's the business manager here at Conemaugh Township School District, and he and his wife have lived in this district for nearly 15 years after moving back from the Erie area when Grayson, the starting quarterback, his son, was just a year old. So Coach Studer, I think, has done a great job, and a great athlete over just up the road at Valley. High snap from center, and there's another shank punt from Brady Fraser. Boy, that's unusual, and it's going to go out of bounds. I guess the high snap just totally disrupted the timing.
Yeah, he had time to kick that, Mark, but panicked a little bit, and that'll happen.
19-yard punt, no return.
Barely got over the midfield. Boy, the Wildcats have had a heck of a time crossing that 50.
Remember, Ward, the famous Conemaugh?
Yes.
First Appalachian Bowl?
Yeah, we were here for that.
Ligonier Valley thumped up on Conemaugh Township pretty good, and then Horse and the Indian were here, and they come out. We were amazed. The energy was great. They throw that flaming arrow down into the ground, and place went crazy. And then in the fourth quarter, it was about 55-0, and you said to me, "What is Conemaugh Township?
Have they crossed midfield yet?"
And I said the only thing that crossed midfield was that horse. I guess there's a media timeout on the field, so we'll tell you that a lot can happen to kids after hours and not just on the gridiron. Babies get fevers, children step on glass, athletes twist their ankles. If your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is open 7 days a week from 8 till 8. Since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where you get in, get out, get better. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge voted best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. Homer Center without their head coach tonight, serving a one-game suspension after being ejected last week, Greg Page. But coach will be back, and that I like the fact that he was sticking up for his own player, Riley Cobaugh, who could have been seriously injured. If you look at that replay, he could have had his knee shattered on that late hit. And that showed me coach still has that fire in the belly.
Yeah.
Tonight he might have filet mignon in his belly for all we know. Hopefully he's tuned in here, and the Wildcats can show some heart and come back and make this a ball game.
Nice play by Wilson there.
There's a good start as he brought down the fullback, Liam Richardson.
I'm sorry.
Richardson, a 5'11", 190-pound junior. Just 24 carries this season, now 25, 65 yards rushing, and Zach Wilson, as you spotted, I guess, made that tackle.
I made the wrong call there. That was number 70, and that's Eli Butterly made that stop. I'm sorry.
Second down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. They go full house backfield, double tights, and a toss to Brennan Lohr. Trying to get to the edge. The Wildcats string it out, but they miss a tackle, and he's going to get 5 yards, and he should have lost yardage. And I'm not sure if that was Colin Doherty that finished him off on the far side of the field. Our cameraman up top, by the way, Ted Maseko down on the sideline. It's Chris Johnner as we get the view from Chris's camera right now. Right at midfield, right about where they put that flaming arrow into the ground.
Yeah. Again, this was good defense, except they didn't finish. They didn't make the tackle. They had him pinned up.
Third down and 5 and play action. Studer throwing, and it is a one-handed attempt, incomplete. Pretty good coverage by Drew Fisher. And the intended receiver was Jackson Satoski. I do believe, let's check. 18. It was Reed Kahn.
And it appears the Township's going to punt.
4:17 left in the first half. Punter is Cohen Stahl, 33 punts, 38.2 average this season, stands at his own 37-yard line. Long snapper is Liam Richardson. Snap is away, and the left footer gets a pretty good leg into it. And the Wildcats' Riley Cobaugh is going to allow it to bounce, and it takes a favorable Township bounce down to about the 10-yard line. With 4:04 left in the first half, the Wildcats will have it back. So pretty good defensive job that time by the Wildcats.
Riley, pretty tough kid, isn't he? He got a little stinger, I think, when he got hit down here earlier, and we walked off the field. There he is back there, ready to field a punt.
Riley is the type of player, and I think his brother, who's Gabe, is a freshman, will be very similar. They're hard-nosed, throwback type of kids, Ward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not afraid to take a hit or deliver a hit. And quite frankly, There's some players on the Wildcat team that could learn some lessons on how to play the game the right way from a physicality standpoint from those two alone, and there are others. Carson Arone, as a flag flies, hands it off to the Wildcats' Sean Volucic, and a short gain, but we'll see what the penalty infraction is. Clock stop, 3:58 to play in the first half. Wildcat flashback, final edition with Ron Coleman coming up. Halftime score, Cambria Heights 35, Penns Manor nothing. Penns Manor has been shut out 85-0 over the past 3 weeks. Now 2 more quarters added to that, as the penalty is going to be marked off against Homer Center.
Another procedure penalty.
Halftime, Northern Cambria 6, Portage 6. That's interesting.
I always called those kids Luzerne kids back in my day. Luzerne kids were tough.
Homer Center has had more concussions and players not coming back from concussions than any team in the league.
Yeah, they've had it rough.
1st and 15. Carson Arone, as another flag flies, and now what? Could it be back-to-back?
I think
pre-snap penalties on the Wildcats.
Legal formation.
Yep.
A lot of people on either wing there, and you're bound to get 1 or 2 that aren't lined up properly.
3:48 left here in the first half, 27-7 Township, as they will try to finish the regular season 5-5. They'll head to Windber for the District 5 2A playoffs. So half the distance to the goal. Original line of scrimmage was what, the 9-yard line, it looks like, across the way?
Yeah.
So they back that up now to about the 3-yard line?
3-yard line.
Let me look on the video monitor. It's easier to see, quite frankly. It's the 3-yard line. After back-to-back penalties, Carson Arone will go under center, and there's another flag, or a timeout maybe. Let's see. Timeout called. Our timeouts all night long brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. Time to shop for the holidays. You can lay away for the holidays at Luxembourg's Indiana Mall location. Since 1916, they are Indiana's Jewelers. 27-7, Conemaugh Township with 3:32 left in the half on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking. The Wildcats have been going backward, and they hand it off to Sean Volucic, and Volucic doesn't get to the 5-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 3. He maybe gets a yard off the bottom of the pile for the Township Indians. Big Jack Doherty, sophomore, 6'1", 315. So it's second down, about 16 to go. They deployed Drew Fisher as a receiver to the right boundary, the wide side of the field toward the Indians bench. And Carson Arone, shotgun snap, read option, going to keep it, and down he goes. He maybe gets a yard to the 5-yard line. Conemaugh Township, as I mentioned, many games have been hard to run against. And one of the reasons why is Doherty, who made that tackle again back-to-back for the Indians, and the Wildcats from their own 5 will be faced with 3rd down and 14.
They got a couple big boys in the middle there, and they do a lot of gang tackling, and this blitzing is just causing a commotion in the middle there. They're just swarming to the ball. Homer needs to get something that can break free of that.
Arone will go under center, and he hands it off. And with it is Volucic, and Volucic is going to be tackled on the play. It was Sam Schaefer. And the Wildcats will have to send out the punt team as they go 3 and out with 2 minutes, 5 seconds on a moving clock in the first half, and Township leading 27-7. Back deep to receive the punt from Dunn is Cam Dunn. Fraser, the punter. They double team both gunners, the Indians do. And the snap a little bit low, and a flag.
What do you guess this is?
Illegal procedure. That's just lack of concentration.
Well, yeah, the one gunner has two blockers in front of him, and he's trying to beat them right away, and he gets a jump, which is illegal, and so that cost Homer some yardage.
Halftime, River Valley 42, West Shamokin nothing. That'll be a shortened third and fourth quarter.
That'll be. There's been a lot of those this year.
Shamokin's going to go 0-10. And Brady Fraser looking where that end line is. Said, geez,
Brady
guys, if
needs
we
to get one off here.
Commit another penalty, we're going to snap it from the -2. Protector is Drew Fisher. Snap, good, no pressure. And he gets a pretty good kick away, and away from Cam Dunn, who chases it down, picks it up on a big hop at his own 47. Sheds two tacklers to the 45, sidesteps a third, and he's finally going to go down on the far side of the field. And on the punt coverage team for the Wildcats, good job downfield by Josh Falucik. And the return, there's a flag on the play, so what else is new? It's holding on the Indians, so that will back them up. 1:28 on the scoreboard clock.
Yeah, Wildcats need all the help they can get. 10 yards back from that point is enough help to get the ball over the 50-yard line.
So that was a 40 from the 4-yard line, 46, about a 50-yard punt forward with that roll.
The roll, yep. Good job. He needed a good kick to get out of the hole there.
I want to thank the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club for their presenting sponsorship of our video streams all season long. Guys, we can't, and I, on behalf of Wildcat Nation, if you will, thank you for making it all possible. We get so many comments, particularly as we get deeper into the year and the nights are colder, and some of the older folks like us, Ward, we got it out. But some people just can't get out to games like they used to, and Jimmy Sutter, our good friend, really enjoys these broadcasts, and he's one of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, let's say. And we thank the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. They back it up to the 38-yard line.
Ooh, that's a pretty good chunk of change there.
So from the 4 to the 30, they reset it now at the 37. So we'll reset as well in the book.
Yeah, Homer fan, you're looking for a well, there's only 128. A turnover would be nice, but I don't know if they got time enough to do anything with it.
1st and 10, Studer takes the shotgun snap. Pressure coming from Fraser. He does get it away, and it's caught by Dunn. It's deflected around and now incomplete. He had it, and then it was knocked away.
Guess who?
Riley Cobaugh.
They had a couple defenders back there along with Drew Fisher, but Riley's the one that got in there and knocked it away.
Here's a replay. Our Dowds of Plumville replay. Boy, great job by Riley. So they'll do it over again. 2nd and 10, 1:20 on the scoreboard clock. Indians by 20, 27-7. Ward, the World Series, I think it's underway tonight. Do you have any interest?
Minor.
That's how I am, especially,
not the old
MLB
Brooklyn
is so screwed up
Yankees.
with the salaries and Yankees and Dodgers. I guess the league probably likes it, but most people don't, quite frankly. Studer's pass is complete to senior Cam Dunn, and they pick up about 7 yards, 8 officially, as they put it down at the 45. We're down to 1 minute left here in the first half, and it's 27-7, and the Indians are in no apparent hurry. Maybe if they move the chains here on the scoreboard, they have all 3 of their, is that timeouts left? I can't tell.
Yeah, I think it is.
But
maybe
can't
that's
tell.
2 they got left, but they have a couple left.
Here's pressure from Gabe Cobaugh, but Studer steps up and has a first down to midfield and finally tackled at the 49-yard line by Josh Falucik. Good job by Grayson Studer. 32 seconds left. John, can we get a shot of the scoreboard? It's so dark you can't see. No, timeouts are not on the board, so we have no idea. But there's one taken now by Conemaugh Township with 32 seconds left in the half. It's 27-7 Indians over the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is the bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Indians timeout, 1st and 10. They have it at the Wildcat 49-yard line. From the shotgun again, it's Grayson Studer. Snap a bit high, pulls it down, boots to his right, throws on the run. Has a receiver open underneath for about 15 yards. See who hauled that in.
24 Doherty, I believe, made the tackle, but I didn't see who made the catch.
I believe that was Statler on the catch now. Black numerals on these red jerseys, a little bit difficult. Grayson Studer going to load up and throw down the field, and it's a jump ball and incomplete. Actually, not a jump ball, just fell between the receiver. Guess I have these field glasses for a reason. Statler downfield again, along with DJ Bambino. For the Wildcats, Colin Doherty and also Sean Voluchik on the coverage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 12 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, Brady Frazier.
Be good word if you could duct tape these to my head.
You look like the alien. You look like that little robot that they had.
Trips to the right. Shotgun snap, Brady Frazier. Backside pressure, and he sacks Grayson Studer. And down he goes. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Township Indians are just going to let the clock expire, but that's good wills from Brady Frazier. I like the athleticism off the edge, and he made an outstanding play as we see it on our replay monitor in the booth, courtesy of Dowds of Plumville. First half is over. First half dominated by the Conemaugh Township Indians. It's 27-7. Wildcat flashback feature coming up as part of our SCG Hobby halftime show. A little bit of Halloween music, Ward.
Yes,
you know, I can add to it in the booth
Ghostbusters. Little Ghostbusters.
Flashing light in here.
Yeah, you notice they flash the
those new LED lights on a touchdown. Wildcats fans have seen them flash a little bit too much. The first half. It's 27-7 Indians over the Wildcats right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
Great food and fun? And you want to go to the hidden dive where all the locals eat? Around these parts, that's Mavericks. Pick your favorites from the jukebox, grab a cold one at the bar, and rack up a round of 8-ball. They've got a new one-page menu that covers it all. Appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and the best wings. Period. Everything is prepared better than you expect. Minutes from anywhere in Homer City, right off 119. Mavericks, drinks, sports, food. Make us proud, Wildcats. You got this.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in and under the direction of John Stolars out on the field performing. The two football teams performing that bring everybody here. Put on a show, and it was a better show for Conemaugh Township, scoring 27 points to the Wildcats 7. It was 20-0 after the first quarter. Just the whole first quarter was played in Homer Center territory. One touchdown drive after a fumble was only 1 yard worth.
Yeah, they had it pretty easy, and once you get in a hole like that, with Homer's offense struggling as it has been, doesn't look real bright right now. Riley Coball's trying to help him out all on his own. They need a little more support if they want to get back in this ball game.
Homer Center will receive the second half kickoff. It's 27-7. When we come back after the break, our final Wildcat flashback. This one a little bit longer because we did a little Q&A with the coach, not so much about that 74 season, but more so maybe even a little bit about the future of Homer Center football. I think Wildcat fans viewing tonight will have some interest in what the former coach has to say. What I have to say is it's Conemaugh Township 27, Homer Center 7 at the break on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network. Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well-stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Go!
Let's go! Quick, Ken, we're getting higher and higher.
Almost as high as the closing fees on those mortgages we sold last month.
And we keep getting higher.
I know. Our closing costs are making us a fortune right now.
They sure are, but I meant we are getting higher towards the moon.
Hey, and the best thing is our customers can't find us up here.
Tired of closing costs and hidden fees going to the moon? Are you fed up with online mortgage companies treating you like an astronaut who doesn't have problems with things going higher and higher? Refinancing or purchasing a new home? InFirst Bank is here for you. They've been the trusted local mortgage lender for over 100 years. They won't surprise you with increased closing costs or hidden fees. Only personalized service. They'll work with you every step of the way to get you into the home of your dreams. InFirst Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
More choices and more savings at Walbeck Insurance. 479-9378. 479-9378.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
From Conemaugh Township High School on the SCG Hobby Halftime Show, we continue with our final edition of Wildcat Flashback, all season long powered by Mavericks. Food, fun, and football awaits you at Mavericks, Greenville Road in Homer City. And we're joined for a final time this season by former coach Ron Coleman. And coach, the first 9 weeks of these features, we navigated the storybook season where you finished 9-1. We had the celebration a few weeks ago at Memorial Field. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, it's been great. Looking backwards, brought back an awful lot of memories. And, of course, when we got together with the players, that helped bring about a number of memories that I had actually forgotten about.
And I enjoyed on Facebook your 6 or 7 posts that you had as you look back fondly on that season. That was, I'm sure, fun for you to do.
Yeah, a lot of people were asking me questions beforehand, before we had the reunion and the game and whatnot, about that. I guess because it was so long ago. So I thought it might be kind of a good experience to refresh everyone's memory and to give them a little different point of view.
We're going to go Q&A for this final segment, some quick-fire things here. And I know you're not running for office, but I have a feeling I'll get a political answer on this first one. You coached from 69 to 79. Best team?
That's a tough one. I never do that, Mark. I don't know if you knew that or not. We certainly had a wonderful team in 74. They were the trendsetters, so to speak. The teams that followed them, that was the high water mark with the 9 wins, of course. And then the 77 team come in, went undefeated that year, and established a 9-0 record. I would certainly point to those two along with our 71 team.
Paid for by friends of Ron Coleman. Coach, the thing you enjoyed the most about coaching?
I guess in general, Friday nights. It was always exciting for me. It certainly was a lot of fun. Obviously, there was some agony and misery along with that. But just being around the kids and working, for a week and then having that reward on Friday with a victory.
What made you quit at such a fairly young age?
There were a lot of things that entered into it, Mark. One of the things that I wanted to move on. I wasn't sure where I was headed as far as coaching, so I gave it up. And that was kind of the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Could you coach in today's environment? I think you know some of the things I'm referring to, parental interference, that type of thing.
It's a different world, but you know what? I look around at programs, some of the programs in the area that have been successful, and I don't think those programs are a whole lot different than what we were doing. Obviously, things have changed. I understand about the parental involvement and whatnot, but again, in order to be a winner, you need to make sacrifices, and the kids need to be aware of that.
Coach Greg Page resurrected this program, as you know, when he arrived in 2007. There were tough times. Now there are tough times again 17 or 18 years later. It can wear you down, I think, as a coach. Any advice, as you've reflected on things all of these years? What would you say to Coach Page or any other coach that's going through some struggles when you're not used to it?
Well, in general, whenever Coach Page is struggling, I get the questions about him and the program. My reference point is always the same. This is the same guy that took that team to Hershey not too many years ago. I'm pretty sure he hasn't lost anything since then.
What do you see for the future of small school football? And I guess that would include Homer Center.
Yeah, Homer Center I'm really concerned about, primarily because of population. And then the second phase of that, I guess, is now I'm seeing all these school districts merging, jointures, et cetera, and Homer City seems to be caught in the middle of that. I don't know where they're going.
Coach, I appreciate the candor. I appreciate doing this all season long. There's got to be another team, maybe that 77 team, where we can rekindle what we did this year, because it's been a lot of fun. And I appreciate all of your time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate being here, and I've enjoyed it, Mark.
That's Ron Coleman. He coached so successfully from 1969 to 79, one of the all-time great coaches at Homer Center in football. Dates back to 1923. We almost do, but not that far. Wildcat Flashback, presented by our friends at Mavericks. We thank them, too. And I know you had some fun down there with the guys during that celebration weekend. We're going to come back to Conemaugh Township with more of our SCG Hobby Halftime Show right after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Don't
Don't miss the Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Whether you want to furnish one room or your entire home, you'll save big. Right now, buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Plus, get 1 year free financing. The Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
I'm Senator Joe Pittman. From Indiana to Westmoreland and Jefferson to Armstrong counties, I'm dedicated to supporting every student in the 41st District. As Senate Majority Leader, I'm committed to ensuring our kids have the opportunities they deserve, whether it's excelling in athletics or engaging in extracurricular activities or achieving academic excellence. Together, we're building a strong foundation for our children's future. I appreciate your support and encourage you to vote, whether by mail or in person, on election.
With you in our S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking, 27-7 at the break as the Conemaugh Township Marching Band performs. Let's recap the first half for you. It started with Brennan Lohr, a 57-yard kickoff return that took the football to the Homer Center 25-yard line. It took them 9 plays to get in, but get in they did as Grayson Studer, the freshman quarterback, found a receiver free. In the backfield is Stahl, and Studer throwing on the run deep in the end zone, caught for a touchdown by Brennan Lohr. Deep in the left corner of the end zone, he just floated it over a Wildcat defensive back, Riley Cobaugh, and it's 6-0 as they convert on 4th down. Nice touch on that pass from the freshman Grayson Studer. Later in the quarter, leading 7-0, Conemaugh Township took over at the Homer Center 20-yard line. An interception by Reed Dunn took it to the Wildcat 20, and it didn't take them long to get on the board. They had a 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 20. Then the give to Brennan Lohr, breaks into the secondary, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown on the first play from 20 yards out. And that's another story for Homer Center. That is the 27th touchdown they've allowed this season from 20 yards or more. That one right at 20. Jackson Satosky's extra point made it 14-0 at the 2:31 mark for Carson Arone, who had a struggling first half. He fumbled the football, and it was recovered at the 1-yard line, and it didn't take the Indians long to make it a 3-touchdown lead. And the give up the middle, lowering the shoulder, Luke Weber, the senior, getting some time, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And it is 20-0 Conemaugh Township with 33 seconds to play. You can't keep playing with a short field and get away with it, and the Wildcats are not getting away with anything. 33 ticks on the first quarter clock. It's 20-0 Indians running wild. Snap was low on the PAT, so that's where we ended in the first quarter, 20-0. Wildcats, after the defense stopped Conemaugh Township at the 25-yard line, Riley Cobaugh with just a sensational individual effort. Homer Center had a 3rd down and 7 at their own 28-yard line when Riley went to work. 3rd down and throwing out in the flat. Cobaugh, he's going to pick up a first down, 30-35, makes a quick move at the 40, still on his feet, 45-50, down the left sideline, 40, 35-30, he's going to take it to the house. Riley Cobaugh's 6th touchdown reception on the catch and run, and he did the heavy lifting on that touchdown pass, covering 72 yards. Well done, Riley Cobaugh, and it's 20-6. Fabulous individual effort, 3-play, 75-yard drive. Fraser's extra point made it 20-7 at that point. But as the Homer Center has done so much all season long, they gave it right back. Conemaugh Township started a drive at their own 20-yard line. They got it to the 33-yard line, and then a nice run by the Indians' Brennan Lohr. Cam Dunn hands it off to the deep back, and Lohr has a seam, left sideline, 50, 40, diving attempt, sidesteps through it, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, another long play given up by Homer Center. This one, 67 yards for Cam Dunn, or was that Lohr? Brennan Lohr on that carry, and it's 26-7 as the Wildcats continue to get victimized by poor tackling and being out of position, Ward, and that's the result. That is the result. Satowski's extra point made it a 27-7 result at the intermission, and that's where we're at. Ward Hilliard will check the stats. We'll try. I might have to help you as Jerry sent them to us on the phone. We will get to the stats that shaped up the first half after this on the SCG Hobby Halftime Show on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Don't miss the Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Whether you want to furnish one room or your entire home, you'll save big. Right now, buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Plus, get 1 year free financing. The Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
SCG Hobby. It's in the name. Sports cards, comics, gaming, and more. Speaking of more, they also have a huge selection of Legos, board games, Dungeons & Dragons, and Warhammer. Whatever you fancy, they've got you covered. Come join the SCG family for fun events and tournaments nightly, including Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more. Dive into a world of sports and fantasy at the SCG Hobby nearest you, with locations in Indiana, Latrobe, Altoona, and North Huntington. Find out more by logging into scghobby.com.
When it comes to screen printing and promotional items, nobody does it better than S&S Screen Printing of Indiana. Stop in and check out how S&S Screen Printing can help your business, school, or booster club grow with a full line of apparel and promotional items. Or visit them online and see the full lineup at snsscreenprinting.net. snsscreenprinting.net. Yes, snsscreenprinting.net. S&S Screen Printing, 1200 School Street in Indiana. At S&S Screen Printing, they do it right here. Four carries for Grayson Studer, sophomore or freshman quarterback, for 2 yards net. Cam Dunn, 1 carry for 8 yards. Luke Weber, 1 carry for 1 yard and a touchdown. Cohen Stahl, 2 carries for 9 yards. And also for the Indians, Dawson Statler, 1 carry for 7 yards. 18 carries, 127 yards of rushing. For quarterback Grayson Studer, 15 passing attempts in the first half, and he was 7 of 15, 1 touchdown, and 83 yards passing. They had 210 total yards. For the Homer Center Wildcats, -2 yards on the ground, some sacks, of course. Carson Arone, 4 attempts, -14. Voluchik for the Homer Center Wildcats, 4 carries, check that. Yeah, 5 carries for 3 net yards. Riley Cobot, 2 carries for 8 yards. 12 carries, -2 for the Wildcats. Passing, Carson Arone, a rough go in many ways in the first half. Did not play well. He was 3 for 11 with an interception, touchdown pass that was really the result of a spectacular effort from Riley Cobot. 87 yards passing for Carson Arone. The Wildcats in the first half finished with a total of just 85 yards of offense. So
about the story of the season. and just been unable to. They couple games, especially last week, they showed some spark offensively, but tonight they didn't get across midfield the entire first quarter.
Nope, they didn't.
Don't win too many games when you can't move the football, and that's been their problem all season long.
It's always good to be ranked number one. The gold standard of care at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville is once again not gone unnoticed, as they were voted best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. And it's no wonder at Urgent Care they fast-track you and get you quick access to their team of medical experts. Highly trained and ready to treat all minor injuries and illnesses. Open 7 days a week from 8 to 8, Old Route 22 in Blairsville, where they get you in, get you out, and get you better. We're going to go out for a final time on the SCG Hobby Halftime Show. Out-of-town scoreboard is up next. Right here, it's 27-7 Indians as we get ready for the second half on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Don't miss the Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Whether you want to furnish one room or your entire home, you'll save big. Right now, buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Plus, get 1 year free financing. The Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring an air-conditioned banquet room that comfortably seats 200, a beverage bar, a stage, refurbished hardwood dance floor, and a new kitchen that is caterer-friendly. The event hall has added a new outdoor stage, too, that's perfect for weddings, anniversary parties, or any special occasion. The Twin Cities Event Hall is now accepting bookings into 2025. Find them on Facebook or call 724-541-3683.
Stadium at Conemaugh Township High School. Ward, by the way, that new, fairly new field house, locker room complex, weight room, wrestling room, $2.1 million is what it costs.
You know, Mark, and that's a credit to them, but I'm just mystified as to where the tax base is here, because as I said,
maybe they have a Ward Hilliard that lives in their community.
They got to have somebody more than Ward Hilliard, but
hey, out of town scoreboard purchase line 30. Conemaugh Valley nothing in the third quarter.
Finished well for them, huh?
Halftime, River Valley was leading West Shamokin 42-0. Northern Cambria Portage 6-6. Cambria Heights 35. Penns Manor nothing. Marion Center 21. And United Valley nothing. And Jerry did have a score, if I can find it. There's so many texts coming in and out of the. Oh, here it is. Bellwood Annis at the half was leading McCourt 16-15. That game, huge implications in the Double-A standings. Bellwood Annis currently 5th, McCourt 8th. If McCourt would win that game, they will jump considerably, and it would probably move Marion Center, if they hang on and win that game, into 5th place. They'd go to River Valley next week, and Bellwood Annis would drop to 7th. United Valley would probably finish 8th. So there's a lot to sort through. The other big game is Richland playing Bellefonte, and Bellefonte's a quad A school, and they're 6-3, so that's no gimme for sure for Richland.
They've been playing well, Richland has.
One thing we know in Class A, the 6, 7, 8 teams probably aren't going to move unless Portage upsets Northern Cambria tonight. Penns Manor, Portage, and Juniata Valley pretty well locked in Juniata Valley 8th. Is the kick going to go flying into the end zone? Satoski, as you mentioned, a lot of good kickers in this Heritage Conference this year, and he's another one that's, about 3 touchbacks tonight?
Yeah, that's at least 2 that I can recall.
I wonder if Juniata Valley Ward is the 8th seed going against highly touted Bishop Guilfoyle. That will masquerade on the day after Halloween as a Class A football team next Friday night. Maybe they could say they forgot and they had other plans. Maybe a Halloween party. We're so sorry, we just can't make it to Mansion Park. Maybe next year.
Yeah, we don't want to be on the table there for your enjoyment. Guilfoyle just seems to go wherever they feel like going.
How they drop down to A again is beyond me. Of course, there's a lot of things with the PIAA that make you wonder. Wildcats with an I formation, by the way, and the handoff goes to the Wildcats, and it is Sean Voluchik on the carry.
Nice change. That, a lot of times that little change can get a defense kind of out of whack a little bit, because they've been coming hard against Humber's previous offense. Let's see if they stay in that eye.
Gain of about 6. Carson Arone going to go under center.
Yeah, they're still in the eye.
Fullback taking the handoff. Is that Brady Fraser lining up at fullback? No, it's Gabe Kobos who that is. The freshman who's returning from injury, missing the past 5 games. Doherty on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Gabe Kobos, I think, if he has a great off-season, Ward, he could become a feature back next year because he has great wills. He and his brother Riley could be a really dynamic
they both
duo for Homer Center.
Football players.
Carson Arone hands it off to Voluchik, and great effort by Sean, but I don't think he's going to get to that lead chain.
Flipped it to 4th down on the...
Again, defensively,
yard
Jackson Doherty. Yep, it is 4th down.
It
might be like, what the heck, go for it, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
28-yard line, so he really didn't get anything on that carry.
Looked like he did, but apparently not. What do I know?
4th down and 2. Colin Doherty, receiver to the right, straight eye. Tight end right is Deegan Fedoric. And they hand it off up the middle, and Gabe Kobos spins for a 1st down. So I like the look, something a little bit different. Gets a freshman, part of the future, into the game a little bit more, coming off of injury. And, let's face it, there's some auditions going on for next year. And early on in this game, Ward, maybe you had to question some of the body language that we were seeing out there.
Yeah, I think all of that's true, Mark. And, again, we're seeing a little better performance here. Kobos going to be a good athlete.
Blitz up the middle, Carson to pass, pump fake, now to his left a couple of steps, throws downfield, and it's almost intercepted across the way. It was intended for Riley Kobos, Gabe's brother. And did they say flag on the play? Yes, holding on, the Indians.
Hey,
it's going to give the Wildcats another 1st down.
He probably grabbed Riley going downfield, because that pump fake would have caused that defender to come up a little, and then whoops, I couldn't catch him, now I got to grab him.
Yeah, looking at the replay on our monitor in the booth, and we just didn't get enough of a view of Riley heading up the left sideline to see if that's where the hold took place. But nonetheless, the football out to the 41-yard line. And again, a straight eye, Riley Kobos, receiver to the right. And they give it to the deep back, and that is Voluchik. And Voluchik, good 1st down yardage, 4 yards or so, up to about the 46-yard line.
Always called 4 yards or more a win on 1st down. That's a good one.
And it is to the 46. 2nd down and 6. Colin Doherty to the right boundary this time, right near the right hashes. And a blitz up the middle, and they hand it off, and Gabe Kobos. No, that isn't Kobos. That's Voluchik again with the carry.
That might have been offside. They come with that blitz. Might have mistimed it.
On the tackle, Jacob Barta, 6'2", 230-pound junior. Going to lose a half yard back to about the 45-yard line.
Boy, another procedure penalty.
Oh, there's a penalty. I missed it.
That's at least 5.
Did they decline or accept?
Looks like they took it. He's the officials walking out with the ball. He's had enough. He's going to leave the field. Nah, he's walking down there. They got a 5-yard penalty on that. Boy, oh boy, this offense just cannot seem to get into sync.
Football back to the 40-yard line.
A little reverse back to Conemaugh might work. They're coming hard up the middle.
Freshman Gabe, fullback. Arone throws, and poor pass intended for Deegan Fedoric out in the right flat. Wildcats next year, Ward, will have a freshman quarterback coming on the scene by the name of Lou Rodman, who's what success the junior high program has had has really been on his shoulders, and reminded me a couple of, just brief glimpses, and I'm not, putting pressure on the kid that he's going to be the next Ben Schmidt, but he reminded me of a younger Ben Schmidt, so depending on his development, it could be an interesting quarterback competition next year. 3rd down and 10, flag on the play, what else is new? And the pass is intercepted by Brennan Lohr as Carson's thrown another pick, and up near the 48 or 49-yard line on the return, but let's see what the penalty is all about. It appears the way the officials are talking, it's going to be on the Homer Center Wildcats because they were conferring with the Conemaugh Township bench. Unless I misread that.
It's probably holding.
8:36 left in the 3rd quarter. Illegal shift on the Wildcats. So the interception will hold by Brennan Lohr. That's the 14th interception of the season by the Conemaugh Township Indians.
Well, their blitzing has a lot to do with that. It's just not giving Carson much time. He's got to find that first receiver, and if he's not open, he's in trouble, and that's generally what happens. That's what causes your interception, throwing it and hoping.
Conemaugh Township with 8:36 left in the 3rd quarter will start at their own 48-yard line. It's been a rough night for Carson Arone.
Yeah.
And he's given the Wildcats some decent quarterback play as a sophomore, making his debut.
They can't run the ball, and he's back here as a sacrificial lamb, more or less. Good play here.
Speaking of not running the ball, the Conemaugh Township Indians can't run it that time, as the ball carrier for the Indians was Cohen Stahl, and he stacked up right near the line of scrimmage. Good defense by the Homer Center Wildcats.
Josh Valuchek was hit the initial tackler there.
Second down, 10 to go. Next year, technically is the 100th year that football will be played at Homer City, Laura Lamar Homer Center. And the handoff, and Statler has it. Bounces it outside. Colin Doherty has him and flings him down, but he does get into Homer Center territory from the 48 down to about the 46-yard line. It'll set up 3rd down and 4. Records go back to 1923, but no games were played during the World War II years in 42, 43, and 44. So the 2025 season will bring the 100th season of actual football.
Yeah, that is amazing. That is.
Going to plan a big celebration.
That's really amazing that we've had 100 years of football here.
Maybe they could celebrate by building a new $2.1 million
I don't think you're going to see that at all.
3rd down and 4. Sidecars left and right with a pistol back, and that pistol back has the football, and he's into the Wildcats secondary and has a 1st down, and that was Cohen Stahl again. Cohen Stahl with the carry. 40 from about the 46 to the 29-yard line, a gain of 17 yards.
Gabe Ruffner made the final tackle there, saved the touchdown.
Gabe Ruffner, player for Homer Center that has gotten better as the season has gone along. First and 10. Grayson Studer hands it off to the deep back. And some running room up the middle for the Wildcats. Voluchik on the tackle. Stahl on the carry, and I guess I should say Josh Voluchik because there are twin brothers out there.
Yeah, way too many yards on first down, almost 8.
Football at about the 22-yard line. Same formation. Studer with the sidecar to the right, Liam Richardson. To the left, Stahl. And they give it to Richardson. Richardson is hit and dropped by Josh Voluchik and Gabe Conemaugh in there defensively.
And there's a little skirmish going on the other side from where that tackle was made, and 2 officials threw flags, and let's see what it is.
Sean Voluchik, actually. It's going to go against Conemaugh Township, personal foul. 5:41 left. Here in the third quarter, 27-7. Conemaugh Township scored 20 points in the first quarter. Checking into the huddle, Riley Snowberger on the line.
It's a 15-yarder.
Dead ball, right, after the play?
Mm-hmm. Now it's third and considerably more.
Football marked back at the 37-yard line.
22, according to the clock.
That is not accurate. It's about 20.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. You're never wrong.
Grayson Studer, good size for a freshman, and hands it off up the middle. Ball came loose, but I think after the ball carrier was down on that carry was Cohen Stahl again. And he picks up yardage inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and 14.
There's some of those linemen from the Wildcat getting up. You can see them limping out there.
Cohen Stahl. It looks like they're going to punt the football away here at the Wildcat 33. Interesting decision.
Yeah, that's only their second punt. The alert.
Good strong snap. Left-footed kicker. High above the lights. Fair catch called for. Colin Doherty takes it. Did he take a fair catch like at the 2-yard line, Ward?
Yes,
Why
he
would
did.
you do that?
Yes, he did.
So there's immediate timeout on the field. 4:29 to play in the quarter. 27-7 Township over the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet saving.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Well, Ward, not ideal when you call for a fair catch at your own 1-yard line.
Yeah, returning punts, it takes some skill and takes some knowledge. You got to know where you're at and what the situation is, and in that case, anything over your head.
Carson Arone under center, hands it off, and with the football for the Homer Center Wildcats is Voluchik, and he's out of the end zone. Sean is. But not much there. That Doherty back in defensively. He's been a force, hasn't he? Jack Doherty is sophomore, 6'1", 315.
He's a big boy.
No gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
That's the other bad thing about catching that, obviously. Is you're deep in your own territory. You've got to move the ball a little bit.
Carson is going to go from the shotgun. Snap a bit high, pulls it down, throws it out in the flat.
Was batted down.
Near the numbers on the right side, batted down, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 at your own 1-yard line, trailing 27-7.
Tried to hit Vittoric on an out pattern that time.
We'll have football next Friday, playoff style, where I'm sure we'll be putting you to work somewhere. Hopefully, if you're available.
I've done.
Maybe you're out trick-or-treating.
I've done. Well, that's Thursday.
Voluchik, a protector. Carson from the shotgun. And Carson throws, and it's caught. And it's going to be good for a 1st down.
He's wide open there, was he not?
Deegan Fedoric on the reception. Tackle made by Steven Stango.
It's wide open. There's a break for the Cats. Nice pass by Carson. He's been under extreme duress with his blitzing defense.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 14-yard line. Arone goes from the gun again, hands it off. Nope, he's going to be a read option. He's going to keep it, and not a lot of running room. Defensively for the Indians, Dawson Statler on the tackle. Up to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go. Clock says 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Got a score on that Richland game, which is big for double-A standings. And smothered in his own backfield is Sean Voluchik. He's going to lose yardage behind the chains, I think. And that'll set up 3rd down and long. Richland is beating Bellefonte 27-7. So
chances are that's going to be a win for the Rams.
And if Mount Union wins tonight, River Valley will finish 4th. And we might be able to tell you who they play if we get all of these scores in. 3rd down, almost 11. Carson Arone throws low, and taking a knee accidentally, putting him down automatically, was Deegan Fedoric. What I think Deegan has been one of the bright spots for Homer Center. He has good hands. He's over 20 receptions this season. You know, the type of young man that you can build around.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's a tall kid, and yeah, as you said,
he's a good
hands.
underneath receiver.
Yeah,
and I like when they throw more of those shorter passes. They being Homer Center. 4th down and about 5 to go. Brady Fraser in punt formation. 90 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 27-7 our score. Good strong snap, pressure coming, but Brady gets it out of there. And this is a pretty good punt, and it lands out of bounds, and they're going to walk down the sideline. Or are they going to put it out of bounds at the 40? Wow. So that ends up being a 21-yard punt.
Must have carried over the line there. We couldn't get an angle on that.
That's on the far sideline from us in the Homer Center bench. Looked like it hit barely out of bounds at the 50 or so, but they put it down with 1:21 left in the 3rd quarter. Conemaugh Township will start a drive. How about this, Ward, in Homer Center territory?
Well, that's unusual. You know, you got to give Wildcat defense. This quarter, they have held up pretty well. Haven't allowed any points. Just haven't been able to get them off the field quickly enough.
Motion man is done, and they hand it off, and a nice spinning move and some good 1st down yardage for Brennan Lohr from the 40 to about the 35 for 5. And there's a Wildcat down on his back and an injury. Timeouts all night long brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers. Time to lay away for the holidays. Downtown store closed for renovations. They're open at the Indiana Mall and have been since 1916. They are Indiana's Jewelers. 1:07 left in the 3rd quarter. 27-7. Indians going to finish 500, it appears. Get ready for the playoffs next week. They lead the Wildcats on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Looking for unbeatable savings on TV and internet? Bundle and save with Dish TV and HughesNet satellite internet. Now you can get $5 off each bill and lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Dish TV packages start at just $84.99 a month, and HughesNet plans begin at $59.99 a month. Call SeaWorld Satellites today at 724-463-3200 and start saving. SeaWorld Satellites, your one-stop shop for TV and internet savings.
Center Wildcats with Sean Beluchik, but off the field under his own power. I would think he might be back.
He'll be back. He's a toughie.
Grayson Studer, the freshman quarterback, goes under center with an I formation behind him. He sends Dunn in motion, and he hands it off up the middle. Brennan Lohr runs through a tackle of Carson Arone and gets down to about the 25-yard line. And it's a new set of downs for the Indians. Scoreless third quarter so far, but the Indians are approaching the red zone.
"30 seconds and counting here in the third quarter."
Be video streaming Cambria Heights next Friday night in their playoff opener. Just don't know who they will be playing. If McCourt loses tonight, it'll be McCourt, because they are currently 8th. Motion man again is Cam Dunn. Flags fly, and to give up the middle.
I'm going to take a wild stab at this and say it was a motion penalty or procedure. Hey, I'm right.
Liam Richardson on that carry for the Conemaugh Township Indians. Liam, a junior, 5'11", 190. Starting offensive unit for the Indians. 2 seniors, 6 juniors, and the freshman quarterback. Well, that's only 9 players, Mark. For goodness sake. What are you doing with your chart? 1, 2. I see 2 seniors, and I see 3 freshmen as the quarter comes to a close. That's better. That's the end of the third. No scoring. We're stuck where we were at halftime. A little bit of Michael Jackson taking you to break. Getting ready for Halloween next week. It's 27-7 Conemaugh Township over the Homer Center Wildcats on the IRC Renda Media Football Network.
MarionCenterBank.com. Looking for a bank that's rooted in your community? Looking for a bank that has all the latest options that a hometown bank should have? For personal and business banking, home loans and student loans, and fraud protection that's state-of-the-art, trust Marion Center Bank. With locations servicing Indiana, Armstrong, and Cambria counties. Struggling with student loan applications and decisions? Now is the perfect time to inquire about student loans at Marion Center Bank. MarionCenterBank.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Grayson Studer hit as he throws, and it's going to fall incomplete as we start the fourth quarter. And pressure up the middle from the freshman ward, Gabe Cobaugh. I like this kid's future for Homer Center.
I do too.
As I said, if he has a good offseason, I'll tell you what I like. We talked, and this is nothing against Homer Center's other linebackers, but could you imagine Gabe and Riley at the linebacker position with the speed that they have?
Yeah, and they're
We talked
tough,
on the way over.
Tough.
Or are you
sure
listening, Greg
tacklers.
Page, to 2 guys who know defense?
Yeah, we know defense. The concern I would have as head coach Brandon Studer is just what happened there. His quarterback, who's his son, gets whacked and is out, and that would really put the damper on next week.
His son hands it off to Brennan Lohr, who can't get to the edge. It's strung out pretty nicely defensively. by Homer Center's Drew Fisher, Eli Butterly. And it'll be 3rd down and about 14 to go. Final scoreboard. This is big in Double-A standings. Marion Center 34, United Valley nothing.
Wow.
So Marion Center will finish 7-3. They will finish no worse than 6th. Potentially could travel to Richland, which wouldn't be a picnic next Friday.
No, that would not.
If Bishop McCourt could beat Bellwood Annis, Marion Center would move up to 5th and go to River Valley. That would be interesting. Here's Grayson Studer, the freshman, throwing deep downfield for Dunn. That's going to be interference. No, it's not called, as he never turned around Homer Center's D-back, Colin Doherty, but he gets away with it, and it'll be 4th down, and Satoski going to come out, Jackson Satoski, and is he going to attempt a long field goal? He has a long of 36 this year. This one, if they put the kick in, he's going to put it down at the 37, so this would be a 47-yard field goal. It would be 1 yard further than the field goal we saw from Brady Fraser, which set an Indiana County record at Penn's Manor. Caden Valentine, the holder. The snap is put down, and the kick is up, and it's going to be way off target, and a little bit short, too, but wide left. 10:56, change of possession coming. 27-7 Indians back after this short break on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Ready for your next adventure? With Repine Travel, unforgettable memories are just around the corner. November 10th to 16th, immerse yourself in the excitement of Branson, Missouri. Or get swept up in the holiday magic of New York City, December 8th to 10th. And mark your calendars for October 2025. Set sail on a no-fly Islands in the Bahamas cruise aboard the luxurious Symphony of the Seas. Relax and explore the islands like never before. A big thank you to everyone who voted Repine Travel the best travel agency in the best of Indiana County. Book now with
out in the left flat, and Brady tackled by Brennan Lohr, but a gain of about 7. That's another rule the brainiacs at the PIAA need to address, Ward. The line of scrimmage was the 30 of Homer Center. 47-yard field goal attempt misses, but on the missed field goal, it's like a very short punt, but they gained 10 yards, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
you should at least get it at the 30.
It should be a penalty for missing, I guess.
But instead, you
get penalized
10 yards.
Yeah, you lose.
Homer Center lost 10 yards.
You got the ball anyway.
Snap from center, a little bit low. Carson handles it and hands it off on the RPO, but
that kind of blew it. Yeah, the ball coming, it kind of messed the timing up.
Faluchik on the carry. The Faluchik twins will graduate. Those are two kids that played hard all season long. Of course, one who was out for a few games, that was Josh.
Josh, I think, was out.
Empty set for the Wildcats. They send Sean in motion, and Carson takes the direct snap and throws. Not a good pass at all. DJ Bambino on the coverage out in the flat, intended for Colin Doherty, but that was just thrown up for grabs by Arone. It'll be 4th down with 9:39 left in the football game.
They tried to flood that area and they just drew the defense in, actually, and they were able to break that up. Fortunately, it wasn't picked. They may be looking to punt here from seeing Fraser's coming. Boy, they're getting... They're short a couple guys, I think. They're okay. There's one more.
Brady Fraser, the punter, and the Wildcats are going to have to take a timeout. 9:39 remaining in the football game. It's Conemaugh Township 27 and the Homer Center Wildcats 7 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Fraser on the rugby-style punt as he thought about the fake punt, Ward, and then kicked it on the run as he was heading toward the right sideline, the far sideline, as we view it out of our S&T Bank broadcast booth. And he got a pretty good punt away, and Conemaugh Township will take over at their own 22-yard line, and that's a 28 and...
It's pretty effective.
38, 48, about a 50-yarder.
I think that was designed for him to do just that. It's his option if he thinks he can make it. If he doesn't, he kicks it, and that worked beautifully there. Like I said, the Hummer defense is holding up pretty well this half, but they just can't get any help from the other side, and that's the offense.
1st and 10, Conemaugh Township at their own 22-yard line. Full house backfield. Studer bobbles the snap, regains it, and the Wildcats are going to smother him. For Homer Center, and hobbling as he gets up, Hayden Bentz. Colin Doherty also in on that tackle. They'll lose yardage back to the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 14 to go. 9 minutes remain in this football game.
He was hit pretty hard that time, and again, that would be my main concern is Studer getting injured now with a fairly comfortable lead and 8:51 left.
2nd down and 14. Gabe Cobaugh, the middle linebacker, and the handoff, and nothing doing there either. Good defense by Homer Center.
Yeah, Homer's coming with some blitzing, and that's clogging up the holes that were there once.
Defensively for the Wildcats, I think Gabe Ruffner in on that tackle. 3rd down and 14. Just running it out here, Ward, on the 2024 season. Conemaugh Township will play at Winburn Stadium down the road a ways in the District 5 playoffs. Here's a handoff to Brennan Lohr, and Lohr keeps the legs churning out over the 25 to the 28, 29-yard line. Doherty, among others, off the bottom of the pile, and it'll be 4th down. Acting head coach Tony Arone will join us on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. You'll have a couple of comments down on the field from Brandon Studer as he will take his team to the playoffs next weekend.
Yep.
4th down, and they sent out the punt team. Colin Doherty back deep to receive the punt, stands at his own 33-yard line.
More confusion. Now they're going to go.
Long snapper for the Indians is Liam Richardson. Kick is away from Stahl, and the Wildcats allow it to bounce, but no, Doherty picks it up on a hop and to the 36-yard line, so probably saved a little bit of yardage. Brennan Lohr on the tackle for the Conemaugh Township Indians, and the Wildcats, they spot it right on the paint at the 35-yard line with 6:44 remaining in the football game.
Brennan Lohr's quite a player. He's going both ways, but just about does everything out there for Township. Made a nice tackle there.
So the Wildcats will start this possession trailing 27-7 with 6:44 left in the football game. Carson Arone with the sidecar to his right in Sean Voluchik, and he takes the shotgun snap, throws over the middle, too tall for the intended receiver, tight end Deegan Fedoric, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Conemaugh, I was going to say next weekend, Cambria Heights will be on Renda Digital TV, and we just don't know who they'll be playing yet. Northern Cambria will be on Renda Digital TV. I wonder if we have an update on our out-of-town scoreboard.
That game was 6-6 at last we heard.
Northern Cambria defeated Portage 28-14, so they will maintain the number 2 seed. Cambria Heights 38-6 over Penns Manor. Intercepted. Arone has it picked. Cohen stalled down the left sideline. He's going to take it the distance for a touchdown. With 6 minutes and 27 seconds left in the ball game, Carson Arone's thrown a pick 6, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is all about, Ward. It might at least wipe off the touchdown if it's on the Indians. John, do we have a replay? We'll take a look. As replay is brought to you by Dowds of Plumville and Greensburg. Carson just fired, and I'm not sure who he's throwing to, but he threw it right to Stahl.
He made a pump fake and then threw it, and there's the flag.
Yeah, it's going to wipe off the touchdown, fortunately, for Homer Center, but the interception will stand, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call. I saw the official make the signal, but it's one I'm not familiar with here.
So the second interception tonight that had a penalty on it on Conemaugh Township. Too bad for Cohen Stahl. Boy, they are ball hawks defensively.
Yeah.
Ward, what's that, the 3rd interception tonight and 15th for the season.
Kind of look like Pitt there. Running those babies back.
Yeah, that was amazing yesterday. I was at at Acrisure Stadium. Timeout called by Conemaugh Township. We'll take one with them with 6:27 remaining in the football game. They lead Homer Center on their way to victory 27-7 on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
What's the most popular 5-passenger SUV in central Pennsylvania? That's an easy one. It's the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, of course. You see them everywhere. I mean everywhere. And why not? It's by far the greatest value on the market. With more standard features than most, great fuel economy, and the best warranty on the planet, buying a new Outlander Sport's an easy choice above all others. You gotta have one. Get your best Mitsubishi deal today at the Mitsubishi Giant.
5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. It doesn't get better than this.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
First and 10 Indians after the penalty, and Studer takes the handoff, gives the handoff to Brennan Lohr.
He'll get
it right. Tackle made.
That was Gabe
Cobaugh.
Gabe made the initial hit and hung on and got help. Good job.
Gabe's a little bit bigger than Riley Ward.
Yeah, he's stockier, I think, and he's going to be a good one.
I wouldn't say like stocky.
No, he's got a little more meat on his bone.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Riley's a greyhound.
But they're both outstanding athletes. 2nd down and 9. Football at the 44-yard line, right in the center of the field near the big CT logo. Similar to the KC Chiefs, only it says CT, right, Ward?
Yes.
And there's a nice little move, and staying on his feet and spinning down is Brennan Lohr. Eli Butterly, Colin Doherty finished him off. But a new set of downs for the Indians at the 34-yard line. 5:36 remaining in the football game. Our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show right around the corner as they restart the clock. Wildcats front line defensively. Jackson Taylor, Eli Butterly. Looks like I don't think Zach Wilson's in there defensively right now. That's not Zach out over the ball.
Don't look like him, no.
Hayden Bent's in there. Tight formation. Studer goes under center, hands it off to Stahl, and Hayden Bent's had him, and he broke free, but still going to be stacked up, maybe a 1-yard gain to the 34-yard line. It was Hayden that really busted that play up. Hayden Bentsford, a sophomore, 5'10". They list him at 207. I don't think that's
he's not that heavy.
No, that's got to be a mistake on my chart, I would think. On the 157, that sounds more like it.
That's about what he is.
But he has a chance if he can put some, as you say, meat on the bones to be a really good player.
Yeah, he played that one well. I'm glad to see that. DNs are so critical, and Homer's DNs this year have not played well.
2nd down and 9, and the give up the middle. And again, Homer Center limiting Liam Richardson to about 3 yards to the 31-yard line. Actually, a gain of 2. So it'll be 3rd down and 7, 4-minute mark of this fourth quarter. 27-7 Indians. It's kind of been a second half.
It's just kind of dragging. I hate to use that word, but nothing much is happening. A couple of plays called back.
3rd down and 7. Double tights. And Grayson Studer hands it off to Brennan Lohr, trying to get to the left corner, runs through a tackle, has a first down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, perhaps. It's something more that, looking ahead to next year for Homer Center, they got to tackle better. I mean, granted, there's a lot of players that have been injured. On the good side of that is some younger players that maybe wouldn't have been playing yet have gotten some more experience. But even when everybody was healthy, it was not a good tackling team.
No, and they're not shedding blocks very well either. That play there shouldn't have happened, but it did because they're just not getting off their blocks.
1st and 10 at the Wildcat 20. And the give to Richardson. Richardson dragged down from behind. Nice play defensively for the Homer Center Wildcats. Gabe Ruffner. Gain of about 3. 2:45. Grayson Studer gets the play call. I assume maybe his dad, Brandon, calls the play since he was a quarterback, but I don't know that for a fact.
I do not either.
2nd down and 7. Tight formation.
They're in no hurry either, nor should they be.
And handoff.
He kept it.
Oh, Studer kept it. I was even using these new binoculars. They don't work too well.
I'd hate to have you on an aircraft carrier looking for the enemy. Hey, look at that bird.
They put it down at the 14-yard line. 3rd down and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this football game right now. If you're watching on Red to Digital TV, a quick glimpse of the scoreboard.
Gabe Cobalt back in the ball game. He was out for a couple plays.
Grayson Studer under center. Hands it off. And Brennan Lohr has it down to about the 10-yard line. And is it enough for a first down? Yep. It's going to be 1st and goal at the Wildcat 10-yard line.
It's 1:30 and counting, and a couple of knees would be appropriate right now just to get this over with and get no one injured. A couple players out there were telling Studer, just take it easy, take it easy.
They're just going to take a knee?
I think they're not doing it. This is class act.
And Grayson takes a knee. And we're down to 1 minute. They'll have to do it one more time, Ward. There's 28 on the play clock.
45 on the game clock. One more knee.
And he takes that knee, and we've just witnessed the final play of the football game and of the season for the Homer Center Wildcats. For the Conemaugh Township Indians, they'll advance to the Class 2A District 5 playoffs next week at Windber Stadium. Final score tonight, Conemaugh Township got off to a quick start, put 20 points on the board in the first quarter, and they went on to win it 27-7. Stay with us for our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show coming up next right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Let's go!
Hi, I'm Eric Brocious. Many of you know me as a high school teacher and a coach. What you didn't know, though, is I'm also a businessman, owner of EMB Computing. I'd like to invite you to our new state-of-the-art facility to see our line of computers, laptops, iPads, MacBooks, and accessories. If you're a business owner, we'll assist you with your networks, servers, workstations, printers, and even your business phone systems. We are located at 57 North 11th Street in Indiana, or you can find us on the web at embcomputing.com. We are your technology specialists.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Save up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew Full Hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I thought that there was something that smart people that work hard could do differently with the money that you've worked so hard to earn. I consulted First Commonwealth Bank. They said, absolutely there is. And then they called us with a program that was directly suited for us. I've been able to enjoy what I've worked a lifetime to create, and I've done all that with the help of First Commonwealth Bank.
Hi, this is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and I'm proud to serve the 62nd Legislative District. We take pride in our communities, and I'm proud to support our area teams and all our students, wishing them the best of luck this school year. As we approach this year's election, I encourage you to make your voice heard, whether by mail or on the polls at Election Day. I am grateful for your past support, proud of the progress we've made together, and even more excited about the future. The best is yet to come.
27-7, the Indians win it here tonight over the Homer Center Wildcats. They got off to a quick start, and they finished the season at 5-5. They will be in the District 5 Class 2A playoffs next Friday against the Windber Ramblers. And let's get a quick word with head coach Brandon Studer down on the field with our Ward Hilliard. Ward?
With Coach Brandon Studer, and Coach, you were 0-10 last year. You came out this year and you had a pretty good season. 5-5. You're going to go in the playoffs. Boy, that's a pretty good turnaround.
Yeah, and we're happy with where we're at right now. That says a lot about the boys that we have here. This season really could have went one of two ways. We returned a lot of guys from last year. We really tried to keep them positive and focus on stuff that we didn't do very well last year. We preach just believe in the process, work hard, and the rest will take care of itself. And we just try to get better every week. And we want to be playing our best football in the end of October, and I think we're pretty close to doing that right now.
Well, you sure are. And I tell you, we're very impressed with your defense tonight. Did a lot of blitzing.
We did. I believe we got one of the best defensive coordinators around right now in Coach Koharchik. He's been around the game for a lot of time. He's super passionate about what he does. He comes to practice every week, and he's really prepared. And this year, this is the second year he's had this almost exact group. He communicates to them well, and then they communicate it out on the field. We have 11 guys playing one defense out there, and that shows on Friday night.
Yeah, it sure did tonight. And offensively, you guys did what you had to do. Your son was making some very good passes, but had some very good runs there by Lohr.
We do. We got a full core. We got receivers that can get open. We got a back that's shifty and has a lot of speed. That if the line in the past couple weeks have been doing a great job at opening up holes, and he'll get up through there. I think we missed a couple opportunities tonight where we had some guys open, but that's football. So we'll keep them positive and get ready to go next week.
Well, next week, I think you're going to get Bishop Guilfoyle. I'm not sure about that, but you're going to get a chance, and it's a playoff. It's one and done, so it doesn't matter who you're playing if you can win the ball game.
Yeah, I think we actually might go to Wimber. District 5, and that rivalry has a pretty rich history. So, I don't think we would have it any other way, or they wouldn't. It should be a great crowd out there next Friday night. They're a great football team. We're just going to have to prepare like we've done every week and give it our best shot and see how it goes.
Well, playoffs are fun. I'm sure you guys are going to have some fun in there, and we wish you well.
Thank you. This group of boys are really excited about it. Like you said earlier, 0-10 last year, to come back and be 500 at the end of the season and a chance to go to the playoffs. They're hungry, they're motivated, and getting these 2 wins in the last 2 weeks is important for us to get that momentum push into week 11.
Well, thanks for doing this, Coach, and good luck to you, and all the credit in the world for turning this around.
Thank you.
That's Brandon Studer.
All right, Ward, thank you very much. And our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show will continue. We'll get the camera up here, and we'll get to Homer Center acting head coach Tony Arone when we continue after this 27-7 victory. Conemaugh Township Indians defeat the Homer Center Wildcats. Wildcats close out a tough 2-8 season. More to come right after this on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hunt & Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hunt & Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an agency working in your best interest. And that's Hunt & Blues Insurance, 2 locations, Indiana and Johnstown.
Great food and fun? And you want to go to the hidden dive where all the locals eat? Around these parts, that's Mavericks. Pick your favorites from the jukebox, grab a cold one at the bar, and rack up a round of 8-ball. They've got a new one-page menu that covers it all. Appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and the best wings. Period. Everything is prepared better than you expect. Minutes from anywhere in Homer City right off 119. Mavericks, drinks, sports, food. Make us proud, Wildcats. You got.
Don't miss the Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Whether you want to furnish one room or your entire home, you'll save big. Right now, buy one item at Dowd's special sale price and get a second item of equal or lesser value at half off. That's right, every other item at half off. Plus, get 1 year free financing. The Dowd 74th anniversary sale. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowds?
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
The Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring an air-conditioned banquet room that comfortably seats 200, a beverage bar, a stage, refurbished hardwood dance floor, and a new kitchen that is caterer-friendly. The event hall has added a new outdoor stage, too, that's perfect for weddings, anniversary parties, or any special occasion. The Twin Cities Event Hall is now accepting bookings into 2025. Find them on Facebook or call 724-541-3683.
Thank you very much, Michael, as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth. And acting head coach tonight is Tony Arone, as Greg Page unfortunately had to serve that one-game suspension from getting ejected last week. Coach, 27-7 loss to end the 2024 season, and this football game was decided in the first quarter. The kids just had a rough go out of the gate.
Yeah, it was a rough start for us. They jumped on us pretty quick. And but I give our kids credit. They battled all 4 quarters and didn't quit. We could have wrapped it up, and it could have been a lot worse. And especially on the defense side of the ball, the kids battled and played their hearts out.
First quarter, they just lived in Homer Center territory. It started with a good kickoff return of 57 yards by Laura, who's a pretty good football player. But they started drives at your 25, at your 43, at your 20, and then worse yet, at the 1 yard line. So not a great way to go about your business.
No, it's not. Definitely not a recipe to win a football game, that's for sure. But all the credit to Coach Studer and his staff and his kids. I think they have a really nice football team, and they're young, which is kind of scary. For next year, I think we scrimmage them, so that might be one silver lining.
Yeah.
Going into next season. But I think also, too, for us, our seniors battled through a lot of adversity this season with the injuries and a lot of things that went on. But on the flip side of that, the positive side, I think we got a lot of young kids, got a lot of meaningful playing time, a lot of experience, something we've lacked the last few years, and hopefully that transfers over and going into the offseason and the next season.
You know, I talked to you, in the afternoon, I thought all these injuries, we know the players, and it's 15 in total, but you and I went through and we calculated 70 man games lost, Tony. That's just incredible, and not too many teams at any level are going to overcome that.
No, especially at a Class A small school like us. It was definitely a lot to overcome. That's not an excuse, though, for us and the program we have. And we'll get back to it in the offseason and get better and work at things and look at where we're lacking and trying to improve in different areas and get ready for next season.
You're obviously the defensive coordinator, and the defense, really not up to snuff, obviously, these last 2 years. And, I took a look back during Greg Page's 18 years. It seems to be 18 and under. If you're allowing 18 points or under, it's going to mean about 8 wins or more. In a couple of cases, 15 and under, in 15 and 14.9 to be exact. Those were District 6 championship years. But that's a big quantum leap to go from 34 down. You got to get it under 20 somehow, I would think.
Like the old saying goes, offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. And something I take a lot of pride in the defense, and we've been lacking. And I think our biggest Achilles heel has been the big play. Mm-hmm. I think we do play really well at times, and then we get teams in long yardage, third and long, second long, but then the big play happens. And it's been our Achilles heel the last 2 years, and that's something I got to look at and fix. We got to fix that.
Speaking of big plays, how about right in front of your eyes on the far side of the bench? Was that some kind of spectacular catch and run by Riley Conemaugh? Some yak yardage all the way to the house.
Yeah, it was. We'll have to give all that one to Riley and not on Carson's stats because he just little quick flip, and a great job by Riley. And that's something he's done for us all season. Has gotten open either in the secondary or made things happen. And with the speed like he has, an athlete like he is, you give him the ball in space and he can make great things happen.
I thought it was great to get his younger brother Gabe, a freshman, into the lineup too, and brought a lot of speed into the middle linebacker position. Got some carries tonight, and I'm sure it felt good just for him to be on the football field. And he's one that has a lot of potential.
He does. It was great to have him back, come back off injury here this week, and filled a need for us with some other guys that were injured, and I thought he did a nice job.
What does this football program have to do, in your estimation, to get back to winning ways?
I think we need to grow up mentally and physically. We need to get back in the weight room, and on the mental side of it, just become better football players mentally.
Tony, I really appreciate you doing this. I appreciate, as a broadcaster, and I'm sure as a fan of the Wildcats for many years, your many years of service, along with Coach Page and Gene Raymond and others. You guys work awfully hard. I don't think people have any idea of the amount of time that you put in and the effort, you and Greg and Gene, and I could go on. But it is appreciated. It's always tough when it doesn't go the way you want it to, but it doesn't diminish. And I know you guys don't give up on the kids. You work just as hard in preparing for this game in Week 10 as you do during camp in the summer. So, hats off to you, and tip of the football helmet to you and the staff.
I appreciate that, Mark, and I want to thank Coach Page and everything he does for us and the staff and the leadership he brings to our program and to the coaching staff. And it's been wonderful learning from him and coaching underneath him, and wish he could have been here with us tonight, but circumstances otherwise.
Well, I said it. I appreciated that he was sticking up for your players. That showed me he still has the fire in the belly.
Oh, he does.
He probably had pizza in the belly tonight. All right.
I know he was going to dinner somewhere, but after that, I'm not sure what his plan was.
Oh, he was texting, how many penalties is that on us? And that
with too many. Like I said earlier, too many penalties, too many self-inflicted wounds. We would get some offensive momentum going, and we had a penalty. And that was some of that should be some of the young kids we were playing because of the injuries and issues we have, but they've got to learn, and it's been a learning experience for sure.
All right. Well, we'll see how some of the heritage teams do in the playoffs. We'll be rooting for them along the way, too.
Yep, sure will.
Tony Arone, acting head coach of the Homer Center Wildcats, and we'll come back for a final time to Memorial Stadium at Conemaugh Township High School in Davidsville, Pennsylvania. Do you know what NFL quarterback?
Jeff Hostetler.
You got it. See that? You get some bonus points tonight. Jeff Hostetler, quarterback for the New York Giants, who won a Super Bowl, right? All right, coming back, 27-7. Indians close it out for Homer Center. Wildcats finish 2-8. Indians are 5-5 and on to the playoffs next week in District 5. Coming back right here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
To be a champion, you need to have teamwork, great skills, good conditioning, and above all, you need to stay healthy. But if injury occurs, you need a team of specialists that can get you back in the game. Indiana Total Therapy has been helping area athletes for years. Indiana Total Therapy, with 3 locations, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, Shelley Drive in Indiana, and at the Human Motion Institute on the campus of IRMC. ITT, the best in our field, and voted Best Physical Therapy in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Hi, my name is Zachary, and this is a bus that I take to school every day. It's a Smith bus. We have a really fun bus driver, and guess what? Smith Bus Company is hiring new bus drivers.
That's right. Smith Bus Company is hiring positions for full and part-time drivers and driver's assistants. They provide transportation for 6 area school districts, and they're proud of the work they do. Apply now at smithbusco.com, equal opportunity employer.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Luxembourg's Jewelers would like to let the community know that due to unfortunate flooding circumstances at their downtown location, they have temporarily moved their inventory to their Indiana Mall store. Elegance and affordability like never before at Luxembourg's overflowing Indiana Mall location. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of Luxembourg's store-wide sale. So if you're looking for breathtaking engagement rings or searching for a stunning Christmas gift, there's no need to wait. Now is the time to visit the store-wide sale at Luxembourg's Jewelers Indiana Mall location.
We welcome you back to Memorial Stadium at Conemaugh Township, where tonight the Conemaugh Township Indians ended Homer Center's season 27-7. Let's recap the football game for you as the Wildcats finished 2-8. Indians improved to 5-5, and they will be in the District 5 playoffs at Winburn next weekend. Got a 57-yard kickoff return from Brennan Lohr to start the game. The football to the Homer Center 25-yard line. It took them 9 plays, but on a 4th and goal from the Wildcat 4, they got on the board on this play. In the backfield is Stahl and Studer throwing on the run deep in the end zone. Caught for a touchdown by Brennan Lohr. Deep in the left corner of the end zone. He just floated it over a Wildcat defensive back, Riley Conemaugh. And it's 6-0 as they convert on 4th down. Nice touch on that pass from the freshman, Grayson Studer. Jackson Satosi's extra point made it 7-0 at the 7:27 mark. Wildcats went 3 and out, a 27-yard punt. Township started at the Wildcat 43-yard line and could not score on that possession. The drive stalled at the Wildcat 20. Wildcats then threw an interception. Reed Dunn returned it to the Homer Center 20-yard line, and late in the first quarter, it was a 1st down and 10 from the Wildcat 20 for the Indians. Then the give to Brennan Lohr, breaks into the secondary, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown on the first play from 20 yards out. And that's another story for Homer Center. That is the 27th touchdown they've allowed this season from 20 yards or more. That one right at 20. 14-0 after Satosky's extra point. Next possession, Arone was pressured, gave ground, reversed footing, ended up having the football stripped. It was recovered at the 1-yard line, and it didn't take the Indians long to extend their lead before the first quarter came to a close. And the give up the middle, lowering the shoulder, Luke Weber, the senior, getting some time, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And it is 20-0 Conemaugh Township with 33 seconds to play. You can't keep playing with a short field and get away with it, and the Wildcats are not getting away with anything. 33 ticks on the first quarter clock. It's 20-0 Indians running wild. And also running wild was Homer Center's Riley Conemaugh on the Wildcats' second possession of the second quarter. They were faced with a 3rd down and 7 at their own 28-yard line, and just a tremendous individual effort by the Wildcat junior receiver. 3rd down and throwing out in the flat. Conemaugh, he's going to pick up a 1st down, 30-35, makes a quick move at the 40, still on his feet, 45-50, down the left sideline, 40, 35-30, he's going to take it to the house. Riley Conemaugh, 6th touchdown reception on the catch and run, and he did the heavy lifting on that touchdown pass, covering 72 yards. Well done, Riley Conemaugh, and it's 20-6. They call that yak yardage, yards after catch, and Riley had a lot of them on his 6th touchdown reception of the season. 3-play, 75-yard drive after Fraser's extra point. It was 20-7, but back came the Conemaugh Township Indians. The final score of the night came on this play on their very next possession. Cam Dunn hands it off to the deep back, and Lohr has a seam, left sideline, 50,
40, diving attempt, sidesteps through it, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, another long play given up by Homer Center. This one, 67 yards for Cam Dunn, or was that Lohr, Brennan Lohr on that carry, and it's 26-7 as the Wildcats continue to get victimized by poor tackling and being out of position, Ward, and that's the result. That is the result, and the final result was 27-7 after Satoski's extra point. Well, we're going to bring Ward back in here and close things out. John, did you get final stats in this football game? Let's see if I got them from Jerry. No, I did not. We got the halftime stats, but it looks like we got them twice. It doesn't matter. We know what happened here, Ward. We'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard. One interesting development that will actually help River Valley is that Mount Union, the number 2 seed, lost on the road at Myersdale tonight. So River Valley, I think, should jump Mount Union. That's going to be very tight because River Valley defeated a winless West Shamokin team. So maybe they won't. Maybe they'll be stuck in fourth. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll find out in the morning, that's for sure.
Middle of the fourth quarter, Bellwood Annis was leading McCourt 34-27. So we're not going to be able to update those AA standings, but we will have it on Coach's Corner on WDAD from 8 to 10 tomorrow morning. Ward will join Todd Marino. Guilfoyle will be the number 1 seed in 1A. Northern Cambria will be number 2. Penns Manor lost. Portage lost. Juniata Valley lost. So 6, 7, 8 are going to stay the same. Juniata Valley will go to Bishop Guilfoyle. Portage will go to Northern Cambria. Penns Manor will play either Moshannon Valley or Claysburg Kimmel. I do believe they'll be on the road as they lost Word for a 4th straight time here tonight.
They're struggling right now.
Out-of-town scoreboard. Purchase Line finishes 3-7, 37-16 over Conemaugh Valley. They finished the season 1-9. Northern Cambria finishes up at 9-1, 28-14. Mustangs are 4-6. They will be in the playoffs, but they played Northern Cambria pretty tough.
Yes, they did. They're rolling toward the end of the season. They got stronger.
Cambria Heights 38, Penns Manor 6. Cambria Heights finishes 10-0 as we projected before the season. Penns Manor, as we also projected, finishes 5-5. River Valley 49, West Shamokin 21, Marion Center 34, and United Valley nothing. And here we're 27-7. Put a wrap on the season for the Homer Center Wildcats. Your final thoughts on this season and what has to take place for Homer Center to get back to winning ways?
Well, we talked about it. You know, I saw a lot of potential out there, Mark, and it's like you said, and I think I totally agree. Is in the off season they're going to have to improve on their tackling, their aggressiveness, get stronger. They got some good skill people coming back. Carson and Roan certainly looks like he's the real deal at quarterback. And you got the Cobos, so there's a lot to build around, and it's just that the commitment's got to be there for the players. That's simple as that.
All right, that's going to do it. We want to thank our entire crew all season long. Michael Burdick back at the studios at WCCS. John Smathers, our digital manager, producing tonight's game and all season long with a little assist from Dee Ober along the way. Sideline cameraman Chris Yonner, our main cameraman up in the upper levels of most press boxes, Ted Maseko, our statistician Jerry Rossai, and our spotters too. It's always a lot of fun, win or lose. You prefer to win, but sometimes it doesn't work out. The Wildcats back-to-back 2-8 seasons, first time in school history they've won 2 or fewer games in back-to-back seasons. So Wildcat fans, us included, have been spoiled for many years, but kind of a punch in the mouth these past 2 seasons. But many thanks to our sponsors, too. Without them, the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club, IRMC, and our entire list of sponsors that you hear all season long, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. But for a final time for Homer Center, we'll be with you covering some playoff games along the way starting next weekend. Final score here tonight, Conemaugh Township 27 and the Homer Center Wildcats 7. Until we talk to you next year when we kick off the 2025 season with Ward Hilliard, Mark Burdick bidding you a very pleasant good evening from Davidsville.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Save up to $12,000 on a new F-150 at Luther Ford. At Luther Ford, buy a new 2024 F-150 4x4 XLT Super Crew full hybrid and save up to $12,000. Or buy a new 2024 Ford F-150 Super Duty 4x4 XLT Super Crew and save up to $8,000. Wow! And everyone qualifies. Luther Ford with 2 locations and twice the inventory. The savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.